For the second time this season, the Newport Gulls play host to the Danbury Westerners. Hi, everybody. Zach Letson getting you set for tonight's Southern Division rivalry matchup. Danbury has taken each of the first two games of this series, but most recently, Newport's coming off a 4-2 win on the road against the Mystic Schooners thanks to a great start from Justin Cherry and a mammoth blast off the bat of Justin Guerrera. Can Newport turn the tide in this series? We'll find out at 6:35, but first, the Gulls pregame show starts right now.
Doctors at University Orthopedics have been caring for the people of Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts for more than 40 years. With the Warren Alpert Medical School of Brown University, we train the next generation of orthopedic surgeons. We've built state-of-the-art facilities from Westerly to Mansfield. At our East Bay Surgery Center, we've performed thousands of surgeries, including same-day total joint replacements. We've grown through the years, but our goal has always been to get you and your next generation back to doing what you love to do. The best orthopedic care anywhere is right here.
How's it going? My name is Ben Gentile, and I'm here with Newport Gulls Spencer Smith. So, Spencer, at the moment you've got 9 walks on the season. You're batting .270. So what's going to be your approach at the plate tonight?
I'm just trying to see the ball up, not trying to swing at things in the dirt, because a lot of times that's what pitchers want you to do. And if I chase low, chances are it's not going to end well. So if I see the ball up, see it in the strike zone, swing at good pitches, just try and hit it hard. And if they fall, they fall. If they don't, they don't.
Definitely. With the month of June coming to an end, what's something you'd like to end the month strong on?
I'd like to keep what I'm doing. I feel really comfortable at the plate right now. I feel like I'm seeing the ball well. Like you said, I had 9 walks. It's something I want to kind of keep going on in the summer, is just make sure I'm not swinging at the pitcher's pitch and just waiting for them to come to me.
Perfect. That makes sense. At the moment, you guys are 0-2 against Danbury. What's the team's approach to tonight's game that would be a little different from the last 2 outings?
We've lost 2 nail biters to them. We've had the lead late and lost it both times, so we're just hoping to kind of just keep the lead. We kind of want to, we lost 2. We're trying to get one back.
Come out aggressive.
Come out aggressive and stay aggressive the whole game.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
You choose your own course, set your own pace. We get that. And our community succeeds when we work together. At People's Credit Union, we've been about people helping people since we first opened our doors in 1922. That's what credit unions do. We serve our members and our communities. And that drives our every action, every single day. That means building strong ties and doing what's right for our community. Because at People's, you're more than just a member. You belong here and always will.
It's the Coaches Report. Zach Letson joined alongside Gulls hitting coach Ted Regan here on the Gulls pregame show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. And, Coach, this is an offense that's proven it's really deep. 8 players hitting .290 or better. How does the depth of a team, do you think, affect whether this team could go all the way, make a postseason run? And how much do you think that has an effect on this team's success?
Oh, we've been hitting the ball very, very well. And we can go deep. We're not afraid to make the substitutions. So, yeah, and they take all the instruction, they're taking to put it to work, and they've done a very, very good job of doing all that.
Well, the man leading the offense so far, Justin Guerrera, he's been unbelievable since getting here. 6 home runs, 18 RBIs. Those both lead the NECBL, an OPS over 1,100. How much has he impressed you here so far, considering that's a guy that didn't even start the season here with the team?
He's a special player. He really does. He makes good, solid contact. His back speed is off the charts. Makes good, solid contact. Gets good pitches to hit, and he handles them. He's a special player. He's good to have in the lineup. That's why he's in the middle of our lineup.
Well, this is a Gulls team that has started the year playing a lot of high-scoring games. They lead the division in batting average and runs scored, but most recently have gotten a couple great starts from their starting pitchers. I'm curious, what do you think is the best formula for this team to win ball games down the road?
Pitching will win games for you. Because if we can throw the ball like we threw the other night when we won 4-2, that's a great outing. We get a couple of clutch hits when it came through, just come through with a bomb. That all works together. It all works together. That's what makes everything work better.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks so much for the time. All right. Pre-game show continues right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. It's the Broadcasters Roundtable. Zach Letson joined alongside the broadcaster for the Danbury Westerners, Christian Gardecki, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Ben Gentile. And Christian, this is game number 3 between these two teams, and the first 2 games, incredibly thrilling finishes, 2 that Danbury was on the right side of.
Yeah, I mean, this shows both teams' resilience, but especially Danbury. I mean, you go back to last Thursday, John Anderson, a walk-off grand slam, shocked the hearts of many Newport fans and myself and all the Danbury fans in a game that we'll never forget. And then, of course, he hit the 2-run home run here a couple weeks ago here at Cardines Field. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see these guys go, and Danbury's got a new piece to their team, Andrew Jenkins from Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and on the other side, Ben, this is a Newport team that lots gone right in the 2 times that they've played Danbury, and they've just fallen short. How do they bounce back and finally get that first win over the Westerners tonight?
I mean, in the past 2 games for the Gulls, I think they've really needed to bounce back. I mean, we saw that Friday night loss where they kind of fell back. I think tonight they're going to do well. Well, with Brigman not being in the lineup, I think that the latter half is definitely going to have to step up. Guerrero's also going to continue his thing, I believe, tonight, and I think it's going to be a good game.
All right, that'll conclude our on-field coverage for today's pregame show. We'll see you for the pregame show up in the booth for a 6:35 start between the Gulls and the Westerners here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Take control of your financial future. Build a secure retirement, a college fund, maybe that perfect home. First Command has been coaching people since 1958. An advisor is ready to work with you on your journey today. Call Juan Garcia, a First Command advisor, at 401-846-9842 today if you're ready to get started with a complimentary financial plan.
Once again, here is Zach Letson and the Newport Gulls broadcast team.
Oh, it's a beautiful night to play some baseball. We welcome you to historic Cardines Field for the 3rd matchup of the season between the Newport Gulls and the Danbury Westerners. Here on the NECBL Broadcast Network, Zach Letson joined alongside the voice of the Danbury Westerners, Christian Gardecki, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Ben Gentile. And Christian, these are a pair of Southern Division rivals and a couple unbelievable games between these 2 teams that kicked off the year.
I mean, this has been incredible, has been these 2 teams playing each other. Go back a couple weeks ago here at Cardines, John Anderson, 2-run home run, gave the Westerners the lead and ultimately the win on Peter Sakalaris. Then, same story. On Sakalaris, bottom of the 9th, Westerners down by 5 before the 8th. A grand slam to make it 8-6. Westerners win. John Anderson and Danbury, they're playing really well as of late. Now they're only 2.5 back of the last playoff spot. Of the first place, correction.
Yeah, 2.5 back, and coming off a big win a day ago to move into 8-7, and really what's become a really tight Southern Division here with, I believe, 5 out of the 7 teams in the division with records above 500.
Yeah, 5 of the 7 teams all within 3 games of each other. You look up and down. Newport, Martha's Vineyard, Valley, 1, 2, 3. But now here come the Westerners and here come the Mystic Schooners. 2 very, very solid teams who have great pitching and hitting. And this is a Westerners team that started off really slow. Remember, they started off 1-5 on the year. Now they are now 8-7. They only lost 2 in the last couple weeks for the Westerners, and this team is getting really tight as it is. As is Newport. I mean, they're playing well right now too.
Yeah, you mentioned it, and Ben, I'll ask you. It's a Newport team that has a really kind of talented part of the lineup, and has also won games through pitching. A team that's shown that they can really do both.
Yeah, they really have. Besides last Friday where pitching kind of fell for them, I think over the past couple weeks we have seen a lot of good relief pitching. I think this game's going to come down to the bats for the Gulls, but we'll see.
Yeah, so we talk about it. Danbury, they won the first 2 games of this 7-game series between these 2 teams this year, winning here at Cardines Field in game number 1, and then winning in walk-off fashion last Thursday in game number 2. Matchup number 3, so Christian, why don't you take us to the 9 that we'll see for the Danbury Westerners tonight?
Yeah, for the Westerners, they're going to have a big lineup in. Justin Jordan's going to lead off and play center. John Anderson got the day off Saturday in Bristol. He's back in the lineup, playing second base at batting second. The catcher, Jack Payton, is back in. He's catching, batting third. Batting fourth, the player of the week for last week, Cam Masterman. He's in. And batting fifth, the newest member of the Danbury Westerners, former Harwich Mariner. It is Andrew Jenkins from Georgia Tech, who had an absolutely amazing season there. Then it's Nick LaRusso at third, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Jake Roper in right. Then it's Dylan LaFrary in left. at 8, and Cameron Norgren of ETSU batting 9th and playing shortstop. And the pitcher for the Westerners tonight has been their regular strikeout thrower, Angelo Tonis, who's no stranger to this ballpark, played for the Martha's Vineyard Sharks in 2019. Actually was pitched in one of those games that got the Gulls out of the playoffs here at Cardines Field, so he knows how to pitch against this Gulls team.
Yeah, certainly interesting. Of course, the first two matchups, we saw the same exact matchup between Kellen Tulio and Christian Allegretti for the Danbury Westerners. And tonight, a little different of a matchup, something that the Gulls, sure, they may have seen it in 19, but haven't seen it yet this season.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to see Brandon Garcia tonight for the Gulls pitching. I talked to Pat O'Neill, former Westerners pitching coach and current volunteer assistant over at QU. Quinnipiac has great off-speed stuff, and he's really been one of the top pitchers so far early this season for the Gulls.
Well, let's send it down to the field. We have a special guest here tonight. It is the commissioner of the NECBL, Sean McGrath. So we'll send it down for tonight's opening ceremonies and our national anthem before we come back.
After working the store for 27 years, he lives in Bristol with his parents, sister, brother, and 3 dogs. He's in the 1st grade and loves soccer. He also enjoys swimming, gymnastics, reading, and his favorite bird is tacos. Let's see what you got. He's throwing it from the mound, folks. Next up, Nora Gerlach. She's 7 years old. Her mother, Nicole, has been with the store for 24 years. She just finished her 1st season of pre-softball. She enjoys puzzles, horses, playing games, going to the pool, and making her family laugh. Here you go, Nora. Now, everybody, I'd like you to please rise and remove your caps as the West Warwick Police Department will be here to present the nation's colors. I'd like to welcome to the field to perform tonight's national anthem, recently engaged, Orem Holmes. Let's give it up again for Clements Marketplace and all who participated in tonight's PBA ceremony. Now let's get ready to play some baseball.
Just minutes away from first pitch between the Danbury Westerners and the Newport Gulls. Matchup number 17 of the season between these two teams. And as we said, Danbury took the first two matchups between these two and have since taken a game the other day to pick up their win. So both of these teams coming off of wins. Danbury winners a day ago, and Newport winners on Saturday against the Mystic Schooners by a score of 4-2. This is a Westerners team that's been playing well, at least from the perspective of Danbury. How do they stay in the win column against a very feisty Newport team that's out for revenge tonight?
I think if your pitching goes, Angelo Tonis has been good for the most part this season. Just depends on if he can be good for more than 3 innings. You know, remember his first start against Valley, 6 strikeouts to open the game. Then he really struggled, but I think he can really show up here for the Westerners. And then you look down the lineup. I mean, I'm excited to see Andrew Jenkins. I know you got to see him this year with Miami against Fort Georgia Tech, and this kid is something special. Came down from the Cape, a guy the Westerners didn't expect to get. He's probably going to be one of their big guys coming down the stretch here, probably one of their best bats for Danbury.
And meanwhile, Ben, this is a Newport team that has done very well. This Danbury Westerners team, really one of the only teams that's had their numbers so far this year. How does Newport get back in the win column in your eyes against these Westerners?
I think they got to be aggressive at the plate. I know we talked to Spencer Smith earlier, and he thought the same thing. I think the first 3 innings are going to be telltale sign for how this game is going to go, and I think the Newport Gulls are going to come out strong.
Well, the Gulls have taken the field for the first time here at Cardines Field in front of their home faithful, a fantastic crowd here at historic Cardines Field. Let's give you Newport's defensive alignment as they've taken the field for the first time. A little bit of a different outfield. Left to right, Jordan Rogers in left field. Connor Kiley, the local kid from Portsmouth, Rhode Island, Newport's only Aquidneck Island player, is out in center field. Sam Cochran, who's played more Gulls games than anybody this season. This his 16th of the year. He's out in right field. Left to right across the infield, CJ Pizarro at third base. Spencer Smith, the Northeastern Husky, at the shortstop position. Justin Guerrera, what a role he's been on for Newport. 6 homers, 18 RBIs, both lead the league. He plays second base. Bryce Hewlett out of Pittsburgh plays first. And Matt Wood is behind the plate for the Newport Gulls. The battery mate to Brandon Garcia, Newport's opening night starter, is back on the mound for the Gulls tonight. And he comes into tonight making his 4th start of the year. A 4.05 ERA in 13 1/3 innings, giving up 9 hits, 6 runs, and 10 walks to 18 punch-outs in just 13 1/3. He's had his stuff a lot for this Newport team all throughout the season. On opening night, got the win against the Valley Blue Sox, going 5 1/3 and just allowing 1 run and striking out 9. Helped Newport get off to their best start in 9 years, 6-1 for the first time since 2012.
Yeah, and then that 6-1 record was lost by the hands of the Danbury Westerners here on that game. They moved into 6-2, and they've struggled a little bit since then, only winning 3 games since then as the Gulls, or rather 4. But now the Westerners come in, and they have been very good, and they have the regular lineup in here tonight. Some guys not playing, no Banks, no other guys, but Garcia here, I've been hearing a lot of good things. What Pat O'Neill, his coach at Quebec, his assistant coach there, tells me he's going to be a future pro player. Very good left-handed pitcher for the Bobcats this year. Out of Granby, Connecticut, he is from. So I'm excited to see him pitch, but I'm excited to see him going against some top-level talent here the Westerners have. And by the way, tonight's umpires, presented by United Collegiate Umpires, will be Joe Gravina, Robert McHugh, Jesse West.
Those are the umpires, you mentioned it. Garcia, a guy who has kind of been there, done that, especially as an ace with Quinnipiac, and now one of the aces here with the Newport Gulls. He played in 7 games, made 6 starts with the Bobcats, and struck out 42 batters in just 33 1/3 innings, a 4.32 ERA, and a 1-5 record, and pitched in the Futures Collegiate Baseball League with the Westfield Starfires, where he made 9 appearances and had 26 punch-outs in 20 innings. So definitely knows a thing or two about ramping up the strikeouts. So we're getting ready for baseball here. Top of the first, set to get underway in just moments. It'll be Jordan Anderson and Peyton to lead things off for the Danbury Westerners in this 3rd matchup. What do we have in store? A couple of great first games between these two, and Newport on the short end of both of them. Looking for revenge here tonight on a beautiful Monday night in front of a packed crowd.
Yeah, and if you think about it, if the way the first two games will go tonight, we're going to be here all night again. And the Westerners here, Garcia, his best appearance of the year was against Canisius, where he had 10 strikeouts. That was by far his best appearance for the Bobcats. But he here, remember, they only played in conference, so it's been interesting to see him play this summer against guys out of conference. And here's going to go against a guy who we've probably seen before, Justin Jordan. You know, he's not a public high school guy, but his off-speed pitch is the best by far, from what I hear.
Well, it's the center fielder that leads things off. Here comes the first pitch. Scored around the bunt and brought it back. It's 1-0.
Yeah, Jordan tried to go, and JJ has been the leadoff guy for the Westerners the last couple games, hitting .333 this season, 1 home run, 5 RBIs.
Looks at this fastball that just misses upstairs.
That home run came in the game that started this real big stretch of wins for Danbury against Ocean State, actually the game before that. So he's been good as of late.
Looks at a 2-0 fastball, and that's in there for strike number 1 on the night.
Yeah, that's a nice pitch there by Garcia for the Gulls.
First pitch coming in at 6:38, 73 degrees and sunny in Newport. Swinging at the 2-1, and Jordan fouls it back. Counts even at 2-2. A native of Darien, Connecticut. As Christian says, is that quite the start to the year? A .333 average in the early going with the Westerners.
Yeah, Jordan played at Darien High School. Great conference there, the FCAC. The best conference in the state of Connecticut. Best in the Northeast, in my opinion. I'm biased.
Looks at a 2-2, just inside. And the count runs full.
Yeah, Darien is in that conference, and you look the other night in Bristol, Henry Schrecky, a Wilton guy, him and Chad Knight were the 2 stars. Chad Knight, former Staples superstar there. So there's a lot of great FCAC players around in this league.
Swings and misses at the payoff for strike number 3. 9 strikeouts for Garcia in his debut, and 1 right there to start things off. There's 1 away.
Yeah, Jordan just went up. He tried to hold it up, but he was already too far across the plate, and that was just some high heat. Here's the replay, and see Jordan, yeah, he had a little bit of a golf swing at that, and it was too high, but here comes the dangerous John Anderson, someone that Newport fans do not like.
Swings at the first pitch he sees. Carrera over to first, an easy out. And there's 2 gone quickly.
Well, that was quick.
Well, here's the catcher, Jack Payton. A lot of Louisville Cardinals on this team.
Yeah.
And Payton, one of them.
Something really rare we haven't seen in years is Danbury has 7 ACC guys.
He swings at the first pitch off the inner part of the bat, and it hits the fence.
Well, to continue my thought, 7 ACC guys. More than Newport, who has 4 right now, and that, you never really see that from Danbury. Newport has a bunch of SEC guys, though.
Yeah, very Louisville and Georgia Tech dominant.
Yeah, especially in this division. You look, Martha's Vineyard has a couple guys on both teams. Danbury does.
A couple Louisville kids on Newport Gulls as well.
Yep.
Well, he swings hard at the 1-1, but rips it foul.
Yeah, you gotta look at some of the people hanging out over by the houses over there, having a good time here. And I always love that part about this ballpark over by that weird area by the warehouse.
1-2 to the 3-hitter Payton. Set a off-speed pitch outside and counts even. Payton, a .285 hitter so far, 8 for 28. Early part of the season. Almost getting to a part of the year where you can't say early part of the year anymore.
Right.
Season's really flying by. 2-2 is a breaking ball outside. The count runs full.
Well, we talked about it. We're counting down how many times Danbury was playing against a team. After this week, they'll only play 2 more times against the Valley Blue Sox. Played Newport twice, Valley twice, Mystic twice this week.
3-2 is skied in a right field. Sam Cochran is there, and he makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the Westerners in the top half of the first. No score as we go to the bottom of the first here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
Back for the home half of the first. The Westerners go 1-2-3 in the top of this inning. Strong start for Brandon Garcia. And now the Newport Gulls get their first hacks off of Angelo Tonis. Let's give you Newport's starting lineup. Tonight a little bit different. They start with Kenny Oyama in the leadoff spot in the designated hitter role. Tonight, Sam Cochran, the right fielder, hit second for Newport. Justin Guerrera, the red-hot hitting Justin Guerrera, with another home run. His fourth in 6 games came on Saturday in that 4-2 win over the Mystic Schooners. He hits third. Matt Wood in the catcher spot had a big RBI single that gave Newport the lead in that game. He catches and does the cleanup hitting. Bryce Hewlett in the 5 spot for Newport playing first base. Spencer Smith in the 6 hole playing shortstop. Jordan Rogers hits 7th for Newport playing left field. CJ Pitaro hits 8th, and Connor Kiley, the Stonehill College kid, playing center field and rounding out the order, hitting 9th.
Yeah, and the Westerners are going to go from left to right in the outfield. Going to have LaFreri, Jordan, and Roper. The infield is going to be LaRusso, Norgren, Anderson, and Jenkins. Behind home plate, Jack Payton, and the pitcher is the Georgetown Hoya, Angelo Tonis.
Some of the Newport Gulls see for the first time as Oyama swings at the first pitch and fouls it back.
Yeah, Tonis this year, 8.48 ERA early. Hasn't lost, but his strikeout numbers is what really catches the eye. In 11 and 2/3 inning pitched, 23 strikeouts for Angelo Tonis, which is good for top 10 in the NECBL and top 5 in the South Division.
Oh, 1. It's fouled back near a similar spot, and quickly behind 0-2 is Oyama.
Yeah, and Angelo Tonis, I mean, he gets off to a quick start in the games. I mean, we saw this the first couple outings for him where he comes out strong and then starts to slow down a little bit, but his last outing was his best, back against, I believe it was Ocean State.
0-2. Oyama able to take upstairs.
Yeah, his last outing for Angelo Tonis was really something that he really liked, and it was against the Valley Blue Sox, and 3 earned, but had 7 strikeouts. His best outing by far in that crazy game.
Oyama flies the 1-2 high in the air. Well, it's stay in play, kind of in a no man's land. A couple different Westerners going after it, and it bounces fair. So Oyama takes a big turnaround first. Now the ball bounces out of the glove of Anderson, and he'll run for second. Kenny Oyama slides into second safely with a leadoff hit.
Yeah, that's a tough start for the Westerners. LaRusso had it. He got under it. Cam Norgren called him off, and they both just looked, and it dropped. Very reminiscent of Adam Wainwright and Yadier Molina in the 2013 World Series, for those of you Red Sox fans. That one dropped in front, and they didn't know where that was going. And Oyama, the throw comes in, gets away from John Anderson. Oyama, he's very speedy. We've seen it so far this year. I think he has like 8 stolen bases, and he just gets by and speeds his way to first. So I wonder how they score that.
You'd have to think a single and then an error.
Yes.
Likely.
Yeah, single and error. Okay.
On of course, it didn't get touched when it dropped, and then an errant throw to Anderson allows Speedy Oyama to move into second base for Sam Cochran, Newport's 2-hitter. Looks at a sharp first pitch breaker. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's not a good start for the Westerners here defensively. A team that has been playing better defensively as of late, but they still have their struggles. And we're only through a quarter of the season. A lot of these guys have been here for a week or two, still getting used to each other, and especially the big rosters these two teams both have.
1-0 to the right fielder, and now time calls when Tonis was about ready to come home.
Yeah, it's going to be a single and an E7, so it's going to be the error on the left fielder for the Westerners, Dylan LaFreri, who made the throw. Got away from John Anderson.
Well, it's Cochran at the plate for Newport, hitting in the leadoff spot, the 3 spot, and now in the 2 spot. I think as long as he's in the top part of that order, nobody's going to have any complaints. And 317 so far this season. Swings and chops the 1-0 hard, but goes foul.
Yeah, I mean, Cochran has been a guy who he's played in all but one game this year for the Gulls, and we talked about this off air before the game, that he finally got a rest off. I believe it was Saturday where he finally got the rest.
After 15
After
straight
15
to open
straight,
the year.
yeah.
Right. Yep.
I mean, we talked about it in Danbury. This kid loves to play summer ball. I mean, he'd rather play summer ball more than college. And he didn't have a college season this year with Eckerd.
1-1. Good eye on a pitch outside from Sam Cochran, the once Eckerd College outfielder, now College of Charleston outfielder. One thing he does know well is the New England Collegiate Baseball League. This is his third season, first with the Gulls, after he spent 2 with the Winnipesaukee Muskrats.
First team All-NECBL back in 19.
Little move off of the rubber by Tonis, but it gives Oyama a look back over at second.
Yeah, he was really good for Winnipesaukee the last 2 years, last 2 seasons rather, and I mean, now he's in the South Division against some really tough opponents because, honestly, if you look at it, there's some really good talent down here and down south, especially Newport, Danbury, other places, Martha.
As the 2-1 is outside and good hitters counts to Cochran. It's 3-1.
Yeah, Peyton tried to frame it, but Cochran holds up, and that's another thing he's known for. He has a great batter's eye. I mean, he really knows how to hold up at pitches.
Well, he's got 10 walks on the season, tied for the team lead with Bryce Hewlett. 3-1. Now he's got the team lead, number 11 for Sam Cochran, and the first 2 base runners reach here in the first for the Gulls.
Yeah, it's a nice job there by Cochran getting on, and we never really seen Tonis struggle at the start of a game like this. I mean, the first play was tough, not really his fault. It probably should have been an out on the Westerners, but we haven't seen him really walk a guy much in the early part of the game, especially like this in the first inning of the game.
And not someone that, to the Danbury Westerners, you want to see at the plate with guys on base. The RBI leader and the home run leader in the NECBL, Justin Guerrero. Swings at the first pitch and just gets a piece.
Imagine if he got all of that ball. I mean, that'd be headed towards the water.
Don't to the beach. That pitch was left up and
yeah,
just missed him. Well, Guerrero, a big night on Saturday. A 2-run home run and a single in the 4th inning. He scored Newport's first run on a sacrifice fly from Spencer Smith.
And in Danbury on Thursday was very good.
Takes a big swing and a miss on an impressive 0-1 pitch out of the arm of Tonis, and quickly he's behind 0-2.
Yeah, right in front of his family there in Danbury. They came down from Watertown, and he hit a huge home run onto Memorial Drive back in the 6th inning, and it was a big part of the game for Guerrero.
One of the cooler moments I think that we've both been a part of this season.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, compare that with that play, and then also when the governor was here last time we were here as well.
That was
some of the cooler moments we've seen this year between these two teams, especially on the field near the end of the games as well. If you're Danbury.
Looks at an 0-2, and great eye from Guerrero on a pitch just too high. It's 1-2.
That was close by Jello. And that's the thing, everybody's been saying it's Jello Day for the Westerners. Hasn't pitched in a while. It's been since the 18th, about 10 days, or rather 8 days, and now he's back on the mound for Danbury.
Oyama on second, Cochran on first. First two base runners have reached for the Gulls. 1-2. Hit foul back. Nearly mirrored the first swing he had fouled back. We'll do it again. 2 for 4 yesterday was Guerrero. He has been on a special type of role for these Newport Gulls. Hit .470 a week ago, and if it wasn't for Cameron Masterman of the Danbury Westerners, I think you're looking at the guy that probably wins any CBL Player of the Week right now.
Yeah, I mean, Masterman had 15 RBIs unofficially, officially 13, and 3 home runs officially, 4 if you counted the one that didn't count.
Looks out at 1-2. That one's in there for strike number 3. So a nice breaking ball from Tonis. Sits down Guerrero for the first out of the night.
Beautiful pitch by Angelo Tonis. Now we have a double play opportunity here with the catcher Matt Wood. We haven't seen in a while for the Gulls here, back from his injury, and big opportunity for the lefty catcher out of Penn State. One of 2 Penn State catchers in this division, Tyson Cooper out of Bristol.
Suffered an injury just 5 games into the season, but has since worked his way back. This is his 3rd game back since that early season injury. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it.
Yeah, Tonis has been throwing a lot of pitches so far. Actually, only 12 of this. Actually, not correction, actually only 13 at this point, including that last pitch. So if he can get it out here, keep his pitch count low, it'll be good for him. Try to stay in longer because he's only gone up to 4 innings, as has Garcia for the most part, excluding a 1-5 inning outing by Garcia.
0-1 is in there for a strike. Wood shakes his head with, but once again, Tonis able to get out ahead 0-2 quickly.
I expect this to be a really good pitcher's duel, just like we did on Thursday in Danbury between Tullio and Christian Allegretti and the rest of the Danbury bullpen. These are two very good left-handed pitchers.
Time will be called. Well, yeah, you talk about Tullio. That was one of the better starts by a Newport Gull, not just this season, but in a while. He became the first Gull to strike out 10 in a game since 2017. And just one hit given up that entire outing.
And that was the home run by John Anderson out, which hit a car out in the outfield, right field at Rogers Park.
0-2 is hit right to Anderson, able to make the catch on a line. The ball died right in front conveniently for Anderson, and there's the second out.
Yeah, he looked back to get Oyama. Oyama using his speed, getting back easily. I thought that one was going to get over Anderson's head, and Anderson's not a tall guy. He's like 5'9". Makes the catch there and fakes going back to second, and now you have 2 outs here for the Westerners.
From 2 on with no outs to 2 on with 2 outs. Here's Bryce Hewlett for the Gulls, hitting in the 5 spot. Looks at a first pitch in the dirt. Well, last time that he faced Danbury at Cardines Field, had a big swing. It was off the bench, and a solo home run in the bottom of the 9th inning brought Newport a little bit closer.
And they had the winning run at first when Noah Jensen got the final out in that game, which was the game of the year until probably last Thursday.
Chops the 1-0 foul. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and he hit it over the net, as John Perrick said that night. And I watched the highlights and everything, and that one went over the net. Big bomb there by Hewlett, and he's been a big part of this Newport team. He can really hit the ball. Him and Guerrera are like the Bash brothers in this team, home run-wise, with their slugging so far this year.
Hails from the University of Pittsburgh after a strong season with the Panthers. 1-1 is out of the zone as Cochran had a healthy lead off the first, and
Oyama fake going. He was starting to go.
Both of them did. Yeah. So 2-1.
That's why Jack Payton was ready to go there.
Keeping an eye out. A couple of guys that can really run on the base paths. Cochran, the team leader in stolen bases, and Oyama, a speedy outfielder himself, as Hewlett hits this one, fielded on one bounce by Anderson, and the Danbury Westerners get out of the jam in the bottom of the first. Newport gets 2 aboard, but strands them both. No score after 1 as we go to the second on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, you, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
No score as we go to the second here on the NECBL Broadcast Network between Newport and Danbury. Zach Letson, Christian Gardecki, Ben Gentile with you on a Monday night. First pitch to Cameron Masterman is a strike.
Yeah, this is the hottest bat on the Danbury Westerners is Cam Masterman. Hey, he has been very, very good for the Westerners. Of course, Player of the Week just a week ago.
the man that just ousted Justin Guerrera. Of course, that famous 10 RBI game. I don't know how often you see a guy 2 grand slams and a 2-run home run. I had to look twice at that box score to make sure.
In those
I saw it
5 at-bats in a row, including the game before, which was suspended against Ocean State, he had 4 home runs, 12 RBIs.
Takes a home run swing at the 1-1 and swings and misses. It's 1-2.
And Masterman is a guy who knows this place, obviously, second-year Westerner. Back here, he was playing for us at 19. Now he's with the Westerners, and he's really coming to his own, and he's a leader in this team. I mean, he knows the city, he knows the league, he knows the grind for the most part.
Looks at a 1-2 that skips in the dirt. It's 2-2 to Masterman.
Yeah, he is. He's a very good player for the Westerners. We've seen it this year, and that game, Martha's Vineyard, I mean, we've seen it all this year, and that included it. I mean, it was. I couldn't believe it when he hit that third one. All 3 different parts of the park, too.
Chops the 2-2 high, but it rolls foul. He was not in the lineup for Danbury when Newport visited them last Thursday, but he did come off the bench, as did Jack Payton, the 3-hitter. So Newport looking at a very different lineup than the one they saw just late last week. Looks at the 2-2 high, and the count runs full.
Yeah, and for Masterman, I mean, we talked about that game in Martha's Vineyard. He hit the ball to 3 different parts of the park. 1 to deep center, 1 to right, 1 to left. All for 3 different pitchers, too.
That's got to be some sort of cycle, right?
Yeah.
Looks at the 3-2 that's just outside and earns the first base runner of the ballgame for the Danbury Westerners via a walk.
And now he brings up Andrew Jenkins in his first game, his first day as a Westerner. Came in Danbury late last night. He's staying with Cam Norgren right now and playing in Ridgefield, I believe. But Andrew Jenkins from Georgia Tech came in from Harwich. He's a 10th guy with the Mariners in the Cape Cod League, and number 8 third baseman in the 2019 senior class for a perfect game in the entire country.
Drives the first pitch he sees. A mile foul.
I mean, we watched him in batting practice, you and I told you to look at this kid, and you've seen him play, obviously, for Georgia Tech, and he was really hitting the ball. And I was talking with Hank Thomas, his teammate over with Georgia Tech, and they said he doesn't hit home runs a lot. He's a line drive hitter, and you expect that here. Hit 302 this year for the Yellow Jackets.
7-0-1 that's inside, and yeah, a Danbury team that has added a lot of Georgia Tech to their arsenal, and this may be their best add yet. An offense that was exciting as any in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Of course, the 2 seed in the Nashville Regional with the Vanderbilt Commodores. 1-1. Oh, well, high and tight chin music to Jenkins. It's 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, 39 RBIs this year, 9 home runs, had a fantastic year for Georgia Tech, and I mean, he is a guy that no one expected to play in the NECBL, and when Danbury got him, I mean, huge shot in the arm. I think we'll see what happens here with him.
Well, he drives this one into straightaway center. Kiley has a beating on it, and he makes the catch.
Well, that was a good hit by Jenkins. Nicely hit ball, good at bat, and was able to get some good contact on it, but Kiley's there and makes the catch.
Kiley in center field tonight for Newport. Bit of a shift in the outfield with Oyama, Newport's typical center fielder, getting the night off from fielding as a designated hitter. So here's a 6-hitter, Nick LaRusso.
Not your typical 6-hitter, if you believe me. I mean, LaRusso usually hits 4th or 3rd for the Westerners. Now he's hitting 6th in the stacked lineup tonight.
Well, he chops this one high. Could be a double play. Smith on 2nd and 1. What a stretch from Hewlett, but he's off the bag. Oh my, he nearly did the splits. But just came off the bag, says the first base umpire, and that will keep the inning alive.
So here comes the play here. LaRusso hits it on a dime. There to play it is Smith. That's a little hop there, and then as he throws it to Hewlett, that one just off the bag. Very reminiscent of how LaRusso was off the bag against Valley last Friday. But that was a close call there, but LaRusso able to get on base now. Danbury has a runner on again, but it's Jake Roper up for the Westies.
Of course, a little difficult to see from our vantage point how close his foot came off the bag as Roper swings and misses at a first pitch.
Yeah, and I think for Garcia, just try to get this out just like Tonis did and try to not allow any runs.
Well, another guy that wasn't in the initial starting lineup for Danbury, but he emptied the bench last Thursday, a game they ended up coming back and winning. As LaRusso takes off this pitch in the dirt, Wood from his knees throws down a close throw, but not in time. And LaRusso has the bag stolen.
Yeah, nice job by LaRusso to use his speed. Doesn't have great speed, to be honest. Nick LaRusso's not the fastest guy, but is getting on. He gets on there for the Westerners. Nice job. Runner in scoring position, first time for tonight for the Westerners.
See if they can cash in with the right fielder Roper at the dish. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Off speed stuff. Out of the arm of the Quinnipiac Bobcat. No score early on between Danbury and Newport. No hits yet for the Westerners, but an opportunity to strike first.
And Masson drew a walk, fielder's choice for LaRusso.
His pitch is a bit low, and Wood drops in. And, well, LaRusso thought about third, but good job by the Penn State catcher to get to it quickly.
Yeah, that's probably the best pitch there from Garcia. 72-mile-per-hour breaking ball. From what I've been told by the Quinnipiac coaching staff, of course, John Delaney, former Westerner, is the head coach there. Pat O'Neill, former Westerner coach and player, the assistant there. So we know a lot about this kid from those guys, and really likes this kid, and that's why he's here in Newport.
2-2. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. So Garcia works out a treble in the second. We head to the home half. Still knotted up 0-0 here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
Home half of the second, no score between Danbury and Newport. A lot of fans in the crowd. Fans inside Cardines Field and outside Cardines Field. Of course, a lot of houses out and around the city of Newport. Not a bad place to watch some baseball.
Beautiful park. Don't worry. Beautiful park, and that's one of the unique things about this place.
Smith drives the first pitch he sees in the deep center field, the deepest part of the park, but playable for Jordan. 1 away.
As I was trying to say, one of the more unique parts about this ballpark is the deep center gap. I mean, and all the houses around. That's why there's that huge, I guess, lip inside here over in right center.
Here's the 7-man Jordan Rogers for Newport. No score early on, just 1 hit. It belongs to Kenny Oyama, Newport's first batter of the night. First pitch to the University of Michigan Wolverine is outside.
And that was a weird play that got Oyama on. Norgren called it off, LaRusso called it off, and I think LaFleur even called it off and just dropped down. None of them knew who was going to get it.
Sadawano, it's in there for a strike, says home plate umpire Jesse West, calling the balls and strikes tonight.
Yeah, and, Rogers started off strong here when he played against the Westerners, and he's kind of cooled off since then, that first game.
1-1 is outside. He did have a big hit on Saturday. Newport's last game was really a pitcher's duel between Newport and Mystic. A double in the 8th inning of that ball game, and Newport's pitching didn't need a lot of offense. Gave up just 4 hits.
Right.
2-1 pitch. Driven high in the air. Playable in the outfield. It'll be Jordan again. He make the catch, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, Jordan calls it off there, and I mean, if you're Angelo Tonis, you like having this quick inning if you want to stay in deeper in this game, and you're getting around the deeper part of the Newport lineup. You haven't had much trouble. You did walk Sam Cochran. You did give a hit to Oyama that probably should have been an out. But, I mean, if you're Angelo Tonis, this is nice to see, to have this quick work here from the lefty.
2 up and 2 down so far. C.J. Pitaro will look to change that. First pitch is in there for a strike. Throwing strikes is Tonis. That's his 17th in 27 pitches. Pitaro and Kiley to come up before the lineup card turns over. Pitch is far outside. It's 1-1. Pitaro, 294 hitter on the year. No homers and 7 RBIs. Kind of has established himself as the go-to third base guy for Kevin Winrow. Looks at an off-speed pitch, gets in there for a strike. It's 1-2.
But I don't think we really saw him on Thursday for Newport. I believe he did not play that game.
He got the night off for Lewis Barnum, who
Right.
started at third on Thursday. And, of course, Winrow has really big rotation going around. There's going to be a good hitter that sits on the bench every night. Hits this one on a couple hops to Anderson. 1-2-3 go the goals in the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the third on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
Want to know more about Newport Gulls broadcast? Have a question, comment, or suggestion? Email broadcast@newportgulls.com. Our all-volunteer crew strives to produce the highest quality broadcast possible, and we want to know how we're doing. Be a part of Newport Gulls broadcast and let us know what you think by sending an email to broadcast@newportgulls.com.
Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
Top of the third at Cardines Field. Still no score between Newport and Danbury. And the first pitch to the 8-hitter, Dylan LaFrary, is outside for ball number 1. 8-9-1 for Danbury in their portion of the third to try to strike first. This pitch is driven by LaFrary, but right on the line to Connor Kiley. An easy out.
Yeah, LaFrary, he has been really in and out of the lineup. As, like Newport, Danbury has a big rotation of players, mostly in the middle infield and the outfield. You know, you'll expect at first base you'll have Jenkins now, but you also have Will Gursky. And then in the out for the Westerners, you have all these guys, Dermecki, Jordan. And shortstop, you have Griffith, Murillo, and others. So Danbury likes to rotate, and you see Cam Norgren here tonight, who started that rally for the Westerners.
First pitch is outside to the shortstop. NC Central turned East Tennessee State.
And it's going to be a Buccaneer for ETSU.
1-0 gets in there for a strike.
His 2 hits have come since he became an ETSU Buccaneer, believe it or not, which was last Friday in Valley.
1-1. It's too far outside. It's 2-1 to Norgren.
Yeah, and he started that. Sorry, Zach. He started that play. He started the inning, hit a 2-run single to put the Westerners within 2 against the Gulls on Thursday.
Well, he flies the 2-1. That goes foul. Garcia looking to finish his 3rd inning of work with Newport tonight.
He's got a pair of Ks.
Pair of Ks. On 5 1/3 on opening night for Newport. One of best starts by a goal this year. As this ball is hit the other way, right to Guerrero. Easy play. 2 easy plays to start the third. There's 2 gone.
And this is the first time I've gotten to see Justin Guerrero play in the field. The 2 times we played against Newport, he was DHing both games. So you can see how good of an infielder was. Of course, he was starting second baseman with the Fairfield Stags, part of that really good left infield for Fairfield. And, I mean, they're expecting a lot of big things from this kid, is the Fairfield Stags.
Out to the top of the order, Justin Jordan. Scoots out of the way of the first pitch inside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Struck out swinging to begin this ball game. One of 2 strikeout victims for Garcia tonight, along with the 7-hitter Roper. This pitch is down low, and it's quickly 2-0 to center fielder.
That was the one there where Garcia had the high heat. And Jordan had a little bit of a mini golf swing going around that one.
Drives this one hard back up the middle. That gets through for a base hit. Hit hard near the wall. Jordan makes the turn for second. Fielded by Kiley, and sliding safely with the first hit of the night for the Danbury Westerners is Justin Jordan. A 2-out double for the leadoff man. Puts Danbury in business here, potentially trying to get a rally going in the third.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Jordan. Beautifully hit ball right past Guerrera. And Jordan, he thought about staying, but I knew he was going from second right away. Look at that one. That one went towards the wall. Nice job by Kiley to get there. Didn't have a great arm towards second. Jordan slid in. He was in easily and safely. And that brings up John Anderson, dangerous hitter for the Westerners, second.
Well, it is rare that you see a ball hit that low, go that far, and turn into extra bases. Hot shot off the bat of Jordan, and now, man, that's done some damage against the Newport Gulls. John Anderson ahead 1-0. Another Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket playing in his 7th game this year. It's this one back foul.
Yeah, he's been the spark plug for this team. Ever since he came to this team, the Westerners have been red hot, only losing 2 games since Anderson joined the team. They've won 7. So they've won 7 of their last 10, rather, so far with Anderson here.
Looks at a 1-1 that's too low. He's ahead 2 balls and 1 strike.
And when he's not in the lineup, the Westerners really do struggle. And we saw it in Mystic where they only got 3 hits and Anderson did not play.
2-1 opportunity for the Westerners. Jordan on second base. No score early. Now Garcia steps off the mound. Well, let's talk about it. A lot of damage this guy has done. A go-ahead 2-run shot against the Gulls in the 9th here at Cardines Field. And a walk-off grand slam out on the road at Rogers Park last Thursday.
He's got 3 home runs on Newport.
Just 2 games as this pitch is outside. And he's out ahead of Garcia 3-1.
He's got 4 home runs, 11 RBIs in his 22 at-bats this season. That's half. Half of his at-bats he has an RBI. 9 for 22.
Only 1 home run against teams not named the Newport Gulls. 3 against this team. 3-1.
Oh,
gets a
watch out, Jack.
Piece of it, and yeah, it's quick reflexes back there.
Well, he's a catcher. He's used to it. And he was a hockey player, too. So he's a tough kid, and he's a Chicago kid, too, Jack Payton there. Almost hit him. And he's smiling it off now. Actually, the Louisville kids went to the Red Sox game yesterday with Kellen Tullio for the Westerners. Tate, Cam Masterman, and Jack Payton.
3-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Garcia, for a second straight inning, works out of trouble. And we remain scoreless as we go to the bottom of the 3rd here on the NACBL Broadcast Network.
The New England League is the most competitive brand of amateur wooden bat summer baseball in the country. With 14 teams located in all 6 New England states and over 150 Major League Baseball alumni, the league entertains our region for 2 months every summer. Student athletes from all over the country descend upon the region's most scenic communities to offer summer baseball at its finest. Now celebrating over a quarter of a century of excellence, the New England League continues to transcend communities and give the best student athletes from across the country a chance at their dream. For current team information, rosters, and schedules, visit NECBL.com. The New England League. Keep your eye on the dream. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
Well, there's Director of Operations for the Newport Gulls, Mike Falcone, enjoying some baseball from above the concession area. Boy, it's a packed night here at Cardines Field, as it always is.
I love it when I come here and you see the packed stands. I mean, every team has had an attendance go up. You look on down the league, Danbury's attendance has gone up 65%. And Newport, no different. They are always great here, and they love their goals.
Connor Kiley to start things for Newport. Looks at a first pitch outside. 9-1-2 for the Gulls, who will look to get the scoring started. Not a lot of offense between either side. One hit apiece for each of these teams in a scoreless ball game. Kiley fouls this back to the net. It's 1-1.
Yeah, Kiley we saw here the last time the Westerners were here at Cardines Field just about 2 weeks ago. Had some good plays in the outfield. Didn't really do much hitting-wise, but he's a very speedy player. He's having a good season so far. I mean, 290 with 5 RBIs in his games played this year for Newport.
1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. The only Newport goal from Aquidneck Island, of course, where the Gulls play Portsmouth, Rhode Island, the place he calls home. Stonehill College. A 400 hitter this past year in 32 games. 1-2 is outside, and the count's even.
I mean, you think about it, never Newport doesn't really get a lot of local kids, but when they do, they always come out to be very good players. You look at Connor Kiley, and that's something the NACBL is known for, is getting local guys from the respective teams.
Hits the 2-2. Right to John Anderson. Throw over to first in time. There's one down.
Anderson's busy tonight. That is his 4th play at second so far for John Anderson. He had rather his 5th, including the error that went past him. So 5 times Anderson's had to play the ball tonight.
Top of the order for Newport. It's the only man that has a goals hit tonight. Kenny Oyama, the leadoff man, and the designated hitter tonight for the Gulls. One of the more bizarre plays that you'll see. And he chops this one. Nice backhand from Jenkins. Throws over to first. Who will win the race? It's won by the pitcher, Tonis, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, Jenkins did a nice job. I wonder if that was getting to Anderson if he can range over there, but Oyama's really fast, and Jenkins makes a nice play over to Tonis. Here's a replay, and he watched this one rolled up, and Jenkins there, he makes the flip to Tonis, and yeah, he got him just a little bit there to D'Angelo Tonis. So a nice job by the Danbury infield so far, especially the right side of the infield.
Tonis has retired his last 8 since the 2 first Newport Gulls reached base. Getting in a groove. 2 outs for Sam Cochran. He looks at the first pitch outside. It's 1-0. Cochran walked. He picked up his team-leading 11th walk on the season. Knows a thing or two about getting on base. Also leads the Gulls in hits. Drives the 1-0, but it goes foul onto America's Cup Avenue.
Yeah, and these 2 guys are in their 2nd season, or 3rd in Cochran's case, but 1st season with a different organization. Tonis, a former Shark, Cochran, a former Muskrat. And it's been interesting to see how these guys adapt to new teams, especially a guy like Cochran, who is a superstar in Winnipesaukee.
2-1 to the right fielder, Cochran, playing in all but 1 game. He got the night off on Saturday, and that gritty 4-2 victory that Newport was able to pick up. Two-1. Pitch outside, and Cochran potential to get his 2nd walk of the night.
Now, Cochran was the only all-star representative of the Muskrats back in 19. They didn't have any pitchers go. They only had Sam Cochran, and that's how much he was respected by everyone around League Force. Made the first NECBL team as the right fielder.
Well, he's swinging at the 3-1 and fouls it back, and we've gone full.
This will be an important pitch here for Tonis. If Cochran can get on base, maybe Newport will have some life if Tonis can get it. See what the Danbury Bats can do with 3-4-5 coming up in the 4th.
Hitting .317 in his first 15 games. and 2 for 9 against the Danbury Westerners. Of course, had that huge 2 RBI single in the 8th inning of that back-and-forth game here at Cardines. Payoff. Sharp breaker, and Sam Cochran remains 0 for 0 tonight. He'll trot down to first base with a 2-out walk. You know what that means? A base runner for Justin Guerrera, Newport's 3-hitter.
Dangerous spat, of course, Guerrera is. When he has runners on, he's better than what he does without runners on. And he had 2 runners on last inning, but Tonis struck him out looking. See if he can get some revenge on Angelo Tonis here, or Angelo's going to have him.
Cochran with a big lead off first as Guerrera flies this out deep into center field. Jumping catch made by Jordan in deep center field. That ends the bottom of the 3rd inning. Before we go to the 4th, let's keep it here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. I'll toss it over to Newport Gulls field reporter Ben Gentile to give us a look around the NECBL.
Hey, thank you. So at the moment we got Upper Valley leading North Adams by 1 currently, entering into the bottom of the 3rd. For Keene in the Vermont game, we got 0-0 at the moment, and then for this 3rd and final game, besides our Newport Gulls game, we got Valley Blues losing to the Ocean State Waves by 5, entering into the 4th. So, yeah.
8 of the 14 teams in action. Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, as we head to the 4th inning. So I'll toss it over to Christian Gardecki to get us through innings 4, 5, and 6. Christian?
Thank you, Zach. Thank you, Ben. And we are here on the NECBL Network. Brandon Garcia returns to the hill for the Newport Gulls. He will go against 3, 4, and 5 in the Westerners lineup. Jack Payton, Cam Masterman, and Andrew Jenkins for the Westerners. And if necessary, Nick LaRusso. So the dangerous part of the Westerners lineup here coming against Brandon Garcia. If the crowd gets to these feet, they're having the hula hoop contest going on out there, and always a sight is the infield promotions here at Cardines Field or any CBL park.
I'll tell you what, we get close to 3,000 here at Cardines, but a very packed atmosphere, and it feels like a lot more than that, especially from where we're sitting. And boy, we keep saying it, but it's just so refreshing to have this site back.
And if you have the chance to come to any CBL park, come to all 14, come to Newport, come to Danbury, look at the crowd here, and it's great because the commissioner of the NECBL, Sean McGrath, is here, and a little known fact, and you were shocked by this, Zach, Sean McGrath, back in 1996 and 1997, played for the Danbury Westerners. But here comes Jack Payton. He'll lead off, and McGrath then went on to be a GM with the North Adams Steeplecats in his hometown there, and now he's with the NECBL. First pitch to Payton here in this inning, who flew out his last time up in the 1st, is low for a ball. He flew out to Sam Cochran to end the 1st inning. Next pitch is outside, and it's now 2-0 from Garcia, 84-mile-per-hour pitch.
Yeah, this is gut check time for Garcia. 2nd time through the order, and you're really going through the heart this inning. Can see what he's made of for this start right here.
Pitch to Payton is just misses upstairs, and gave him 1 hit in the last inning. Both teams have a hit aside. Hit by Oyama for the Gulls, and Justin Jordan. So both teams leadoff hitters have hits. Here's the pitch, and that's a 4-pitch walk to Jack Payton on 3-0, now 4-0. Westerners have another base runner. It's Payton, and here comes his Louisville teammate, the dangerous Cameron Masterman.
Yeah, not necessarily the best of signs. Credit where credit's due to Danbury for Payton not even taking the bat off his shoulders. That's just the 2nd walk all night that he's issued, the 2nd time going through the order, and the first one belongs to the man at the plate right now.
Throwback to first is not in time, as you see the quick check by the lefty. That's always dangerous, very dangerous, the lefty check back at first on the pickoff attempt. Garcia steps in against Payton at first with Masterman. First pitch of the at-bat goes upstairs. That's 5 straight balls to start this 4th inning by Brandon Garcia out of Quinnipiac University in Hampden, Connecticut. He is a Granby native, so that's northern Connecticut. Hampden down in the south, right in the shoreline, as they call it. The 1-0 is upstairs. That's 2-0 to Cam Masterman. And Garcia's got to calm down here, try to get strikes. I know you're going on to the big part of Danbury's lineup tonight, but you got to try to get strikes here. It's still a 0-0 game. The 2-0, and it is not in. Check back at first, not in time. And I believe it's now a 3-0. Yes, it is. 3-0 count to Cam Masterman. A close play at first. Peyton was off a little bit. Nice throw back by Wood. But here comes Masterman hitting .292 right now. But and it could be more with that game not officially done yet with Ocean State, which is now going to be on July 6th at Rogers Park, a doubleheader. Check back at first again. Peyton gets back, and quick throw to Hewitt. Westerners were up 7-0 after 2 2/3 in the bottom of the second on the Ocean State Waves. Before the rain came in, that we played to finish the game. First strike of the inning from Garcia. He's got 26 strikes today, 28 balls, and it was way less than that, obviously, before this inning. He's got 7 in this inning. 1 strike now. The runner goes, it's Peyton, 3-1, fouled right back. Hello, got me a little bit there, and now it's a full count here for Cam Masterman.
Yeah,
he had a big swing on that one, but just missed it, just like Guerrero earlier.
He did, and you'll take that if you're Garcia. Now you've worked your way back into this count, and it's not part of the order. As we said, you want to mess around with and potentially put another batter for Jenkins coming up next, so good way to battle back.
Check back at first again for Peyton. He was probably going to be in safely on that, and it was kind of a hit and run. And the Westerners coaching staff, they love to steal the base. I believe they lead the NHCBL in stolen bases this year. Could be wrong, but we'll have to check the team stats for that. Here's the 3-2 to Masterman upstairs. Back-to-back walks by Garcia. And here comes the newest member of the Danbury Westerners, Andrew Jenkins from Georgia Tech. And I mean, what a pickup for this Westerners team. We talked about it in the second inning, and I mean, this kid was hitting balls out of Cardines Field, past the houses in the last inning, did Jenkins, rather in the batting practice. And I'm excited to see what he does here with 2 runners on. Here comes the pitching coach for the Newport Gulls, Greg Zackerson. So we wonder if there's anything going on in the Newport bullpen, or is this just to calm down Garcia? I did see Ted Regan go to the bullpen phone and check out what's going on out in the bullpen, and we'll probably get a look there soon.
I mean, you'd imagine you're 56 pitches in if you're Garcia. This is a guy, a staple of this rotation, not someone who's a replacement starter. Right. You'd like to get 5 or 6 ideally, but credit this Danbury lineup. It's making it really hard for him. And well, I'll tell you one, Andrew Jenkins, you mentioned it. This was a guy who, alongside 2019 Newport Gold, Justin Henry Malloy, was leading one of the most exciting offenses in the country in Georgia Tech.
And Jay Hen Malloy, of course, he was unreal with the Gulls, all-star that year. And, of course, he had hit 3 home runs in the 3 games at Rogers Park. Of course, Newport went 3-0 that year at Rogers Park, went 5-1 against Danbury. But that's not the case here. Danbury got a win at home. But big chance here. 2 on for Jenkins from Georgia Tech from Garcia. Here's the pitch. Flied high and deep. Back there is Kylie at the wall. It is off the wall. Peyton is around third. It's a close race. Masterman being held up. It's going to be an RBI double for the new guy. Andrew Jenkins, welcome to Danbury.
Wow, we talked about seeing what he could do in batting practice. He got a lot of that baseball. There is a high wall here at Cardines Field, and that hit, as we see here on as we see here on the replay, high off of that wall. Didn't miss a home run by too much. And as we get another look here at the monitor, just missed home run distance over the 357 sign. And if you're Newport, that's probably best case scenario to only have 1 run scored.
Yeah, it's a 1-0 game instead of a 3-0 game. As Danbury gets its second hit of the ball game, it's a double by the new guy, Andrew Jenkins. That brings up Nick LaRusso, who in his last at-bat got on a fielder's choice. That's grounded up the middle. There is Guerrera. Only play is the first. It gets away. And I think they got him out. Yes, he did. But a run does score. It is now 2-0 and an RBI ground out. That was a little weird as Hewitt came off the bag, almost missed it. But Danbury is on with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, throw is a little bit wide. Credit Hewlett. We see him do a little flair for the gymnastics over at first in a few different games this year. And, you know, if you're Danbury, you'll take that. You trade a run for and out, and that was Newport's only play.
Infield is in. Here against Jake Roper. Did he go? No, he did not, as he checked swings there. And it's a ball, and Garcia's only thrown, he's only thrown 2 strikes this inning.
And it is interesting.
3, rather.
Because there were runners on second and third. The decision now to bring the infield in, and why not before, but better late than never.
as that one's in the dirt, held up by Wood. And it's the first time Westerners fans seeing Wood play. We usually have seen Peter Ceruto the 2 times these 2 teams have met. Ceruto getting the night off. Wood back in the lineup for the Gulls.
And a well-deserved
Yes.
right now. This is a guy that, he was with the team in 2019 and has been the workhorse behind the plate for the Gulls this year.
The 2-0 inside to Roper, and now 3-0. Jenkins is at third. He started the inning with the almost was a 2 RBI double as Peyton held up. Masterman was going around third, held up late by Bobby Rodriguez on there, the third base coach for the Westerners. The 3-0, just in the strike zone. Roper was about to walk past home plate, but it's in for a strike. And it's a now 3-1 count. Strike number 4 of the inning for Garcia out of Quinnipiac. The pitch just gets in on the inside corner. And it's a full count here with 1 out. Payoff pitch coming from Garcia. Granby, Connecticut native. Did not play high school ball for Granby Memorial. The payoff pitch. Cut on fouled. Staying alive is Jake Roper.
Yeah, it doesn't get a whole lot closer than that, as
Roper hitting.
As he said, Ben.
Go ahead. Roper hitting 193 on the year. Has a 3 RBIs. Got on base. Scored one of the winning runs in his second out of the game on Thursday. The pitch. Fouled back again.
Well, this is a battle between Roper and Garcia on the mound, and we talked about it previously. Masterman earned a walk after he went ahead 3-0. Garcia battles back, makes it 3-2. How does this one end? Could it end in Garcia's favor?
Here's the pitch. Outside, and there it is on Cusack, and Jake Roper draws a walk, and now bring up Dylan Lafreri for the Westerners with runners on first and third. Let's see what the Gulls do the infield here. They're going to have a double play definitely, I assume.
That is the one good part about having, you do have first base open, and with 1 out, that can work to your favor. But I think you are seeing a little bit of fatigue, and this is a Danbury lineup that is making you pay for your mistakes. They're being patient at the plate, and that's their 3rd walk already in this inning alone.
Yeah, walk number 3 of the inning. As a swing and miss runner goes in Roper, he's in safely with a stolen base, and for Garcia, that was walk number 3 on the inning, on the game rather, and it says here in my list that he has another walk, so that's 4 walks for Garcia. Yes, 4 walks, as it was just flipped over on the sheet, so Roper's on, runners on second, third, infield back in. The pitch here to Lafreri just misses. It's a 1-1 count now after he swung and missed in the first one. Roper went to second. Smart play by Wood not to throw the second, as you probably would have saw Jenkins come home. Cam Nordgren is on deck for the Westerners, and Lafreri here. The 1-1, grounded. It's going to get over to the third baseman, Pitaro. Throw to first is not in time, gets away. Roper's being rounded home. And it's a 2-run. I believe that will be scored an error on the third baseman, Pitaro. But 2-run score for the Westerners. It's 4-0. Yeah. Jenkins was scoring anyway, but in came Roper on the error.
Yeah, you mentioned it. The Newport was conceding a run regardless because of the high chopper that brought Pitaro back. Not the easiest play from one side of the diamond to another, and Lafreri hustling down the base paths forced a really quick throw from Pitaro.
The Westerners now have a 4-0 lead. Here comes Cameron Nordgren. Grounds it to the shortstop, Smith. Flips to second. Guerrero to first. Not in time. It's going to be a fielder's choice. Nordgren gets on. And that brings back flips over the lineup card to Justin Jordan, who got the first hit of the ball game for the Westerners. 1 of 2 so far. Still only 2 hits accounted for the Westerners. He comes up here in the top of the 4th. He'll be batter number 8 on the inning for Danbury. Is Justin Jordan, JJ. Runner on first is Cam Nordgren. He got on the fielder's choice. Now there's 2 outs here for Jordan. Anderson will be next for the Westerners. He's 0 for 2. Check back at first on Nordgren, who has some speed. Gets in standing up. And if you're Danbury, you know they love to steal the bases. We'll have to check the official number on how they've done this year on stolen bases, but Danbury is a very fast team up and down the lineup. A lot of teams are. That's the way baseball is now. Check back at first. Nordgren Sline's in this time. He's in safely on the tag by Hewitt. And I think, Zach, you look at it, a lot of teams have a lot of fast guys up and down the line. You look at this team. Cochran, Guerrera, Oyama, of course. Up and down this line. Rogers has great speed.
Yeah, it's a team, and especially in this league, I've just noticed, you watch the college season and how guys play, and then you come up here to New England, really aggressive style base running. I think that goes across the board and something that I've noticed all summer long, not just by these two teams, but say the Ocean State Waves, a lot of teams around the league. That's just how they operate.
Ocean State is. You see Bristol doing it a lot now. As another check back, it was in safely as Norgren. We haven't even seen actual pitch in this at bat to Jordan. Now we do. This one is golf shotted away into center. Coming into play is Kiley, but calling off is Rogers. He'll make the catch, and that ends the inning. But the Westerners tack on 4, including an RBI double by the new guy, Andrew Jenkins from Georgia Tech. Westerners come back to the field. Goals come back to the bat against Angelo Tonis. We come back here on the NECBL Network 4-0.
The official on-field cap of the NECBL, also known as the Z-Hats. Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Fans, you, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts.
Welcome back to Carneys Field. Christian Gardecki taking over the 3 innings here from the Westerners, along with Zach Letson, the voice of the Newport Gulls here on the NECBL Broadcast Network and the Newport Gulls Broadcast Network. And Ben Gentile is our 3rd member of our crew here with us. As the Westerners come back to the field with a 4-0 lead now for Angelo Tonis, and he faces against Matt Wood for the Newport Gulls. And first pitch in for a strike from Angelo Tonis against Wood, who's hitting 185 in his season so far, 5 RBIs, however. Pitch number 2 at the at-bat, scooped up in the dirt by Jack Payton. And it now goes to 1-1 for Angelo Tonis.
Yeah, 185, but I mean, this just his 7th game with the team so far this year after what was really a great year at Penn State.
Pitch grounded, takes a weird hop, gets away from Norgren, but he'll get there in time. The throw is in time. That one curled towards LaRusso, then curled back to Cam Norgren. And he makes the throw at first, and here's the replay. We can watch that little hop. You can see just go that way, and Norgren was able to track it nicely. Yeah, a little pinball play. And
oh, man.
Not like the lip at third base Rogers Park has, where there was one that went by Skylar Messenger of Bristol back a couple weeks ago and went up the third base line and went over him. Here's the pitch from Tonis here to Hewitt, and that one is sky deep and caught by Dylan LaFrary, and 2 quick outs for the Westerners, only on 3 pitches.
Yeah, making it look easy. Took the words out of my mouth. The Gulls getting decent contact, but right at Westerners in the outfield, sometimes that's all you need. And boy, is this guy really settled in for Danbury on the bump. Since those 2 base runners reached to start this game, just 1 since, and we're in the bottom of the 4th.
This has been the best outing so far through 4 innings, or through 3 2/3 for Angelo Tonis. We haven't even hit 4, but he's had usually 3 very good innings and then a struggle inning and another good inning. But so far, so good for Tonis. First pitch in to Spencer Smith, the shortstop today for the Gulls from Northeastern, in for a strike. Here is the second pitch for Tonis. Swing and a miss by Smith. And now it's an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Tonis has thrown just about 50 pitches now, just 50 pitches for the Georgetown lefty. Here against Spencer Smith. Of course, he was on the pregame show. The pitch popped up. I know you guys talked to Spencer Smith, and he's a guy who's been a very good bat in this lineup for Newport, hitting .270, which is a good batting average so far. A pair of home runs, 6 RBIs.
Yeah, and he really knows how to get on base. Second on the team in on-base percentage, so that's kind of a nice secret weapon to have in the bottom part of this order where he has really stayed throughout the year, and a really patient approach to the plate. A lot of pop, too.
Here is the 0-2 from Tonis. Grounded first base line. Get there is Jenkins. It's fair. The throw to Tonis is not in time. That's going to be a base hit for Spencer Smith. The Golds have their first hit since the first inning on a very tough play. That one got over the bag in fair. Went towards the first base line. Ian Ratsford's going to ask for an explanation here.
It definitely looked, it was close. It definitely looked like it stayed fair, and credit Jenkins because he had to cover a lot of ground. There was just not, it was going to be a very difficult play for Tonis to get all the way over there as we get a little replay here up on the NECBL broadcast network.
Well, Ted Regan was in the way a little bit, but Spencer Smith didn't really move out of the way. And you can see Smith was in safely, but you wonder if there's any interference in the way of Ted Regan there. But, I mean, it's a tough play. Ted Regan was not expecting for the ball to go there, and Smith is in safely with the hit number 2 of the game for the Golds. And the first pitcher to Jordan Rogers goes in the dirt from Angelo Tonis. And that's a weird play there, Zach. I mean, where it's a fair ball, but it goes deep into foul territory. The first base coach doesn't really move.
Right, and it's tough because even if you do want to argue that there was interference, Jenkins had to cover a lot of ground. I don't know if he's getting to that and throwing it in time to get Smith.
Ground ball by Rogers, third base LaRusso goes off his glove, picked up by Norgren, throw to first is offline, Jenkins hangs on with a play to third, easy out, down goes Smith. And the Westerners get away with one there on the weird hop off the foot of LaRusso. Norgren almost made a throw to first, it would have been a hit. I believe it will be a score to hit, but we'll find out when we come back here on the NECBL Network.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
Welcome back here on the NECBL Network, and we have a new pitcher on the field for the Newport Gulls, Liam Levangie from Bryant University. And Zach Letson, tell us a little about Liam Levangie.
Yeah, you mentioned he comes out of Bryan in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. Des Levangie has been using a lot of these situations where the Gulls are either in a tight game or they're trailing. Coming from mine, he's been good for Newport. 9 1/3 innings, giving up 8 hits, 5 earned runs, and 2 walks, 11 strikeouts over those 2 frames, a .482 batting average, and an ERA that's inflated a little bit because of the high-scoring affair between Newport and the Valley Blue Sox. 12-10 game, but before that was outstanding. He went 5 straight shutout innings in his previous 2 outings and helped the Gulls earn 2 tight wins, earning the win in their only game this season against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. He went 2 shutout in that inning, 3 strikeouts, and I'll tell you what, that outing from Levangie really impressed me with his break and ball. Has some nasty stuff working with that, and we'll see if he uses that here against the heart of the order.
So a 2-3-4 for the Westerners. Levangie here this year with Bryant. 11 appearances, 2 starts, 0-1 for Bryant. He had earned 6.62 ERA, but had 14 Ks. But he'll go against the heart of Danbury's order, the ACC portion of Danbury's order. It is Anderson, Anderson, Peyton, Masterman, Jenkins if necessary. And the first pitch from Levangie is in for a strike. And we're underway here in inning number 5 of this ball game. For the new pitcher of the goal is Liam Levangie from Bryant. Teammates with Christian Allegretti and Mike Rendazzo in the Westerners. Here's the pitch from Levangie, fouled back by Jack Payton. John Anderson. Kind of similar looking guys. Danbury didn't bring a lot of arms on the pitch on the trip. No Rendazzo, as we just mentioned. No Tristan Sarconi here for the Westerners. Here's the pitch. High. It is now 1-2. Westerners, 2 players left the team. Dylan Kim was only going to play June because of a prior engagement. Wish the best of luck to Dylan Kim. And then Tyler Briggs, who was very good for the Westerners, but he was a temporary player. As that one's in, looking strike free. The second time that Anderson's been out looking.
Yeah, well, we just talked about it. He's got great strikeout stuff, 11 strikeouts in 9 1/3. And right at it again, that's what you need if you're Newport. In a game where Danbury's really settled in pitching-wise, you got to keep this at a 4-run deficit and give your team a shot.
So here's Jack Payton for the Westerners, and his last time he walked to start inning number 4, and he'll step up here against Levangie. The first pitch, swung and a miss, and oh boy, that bat went to the backstop, almost hit the home plate umpire, Jesse West. And Payton, who stayed over the night here in Newport with Cam Master and Tate Keener, as they were in the area, hung out with Alex Pitzer, owner of the Westerners, John Pitzer's son, down here in Newport. He goes to Salve Regina, and they ran into him and hung out with him last night after coming home from the Red Sox game with Keelan Tulio. Here's the pitch, in for a strike from Levangie, who's been one of the good arms out of Newport's bullpen, as we can tell here, and he's got some good stuff, as you've mentioned.
Yeah, has a really nice break-in ball, and someone that Kevin Winternote has really trusted here in the early goings, even in an extended role. Could see him past this just this 5th inning.
The 0-2 just misses, 1-0 in the dirt, held up by Wood. And Payton steps in here, 1-2 count. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Is Jack Payton against Levangie here. The 1-2 from the Bryant already. Got him looking, strike number 3, back-to-back looking Ks for Levangie, and that brings up Cam Masterman, who doesn't really have a official at-bat registered. 2 walks on the day for the Louisville Cardinal left fielder. He's the DH tonight for the Westerners. He steps in.
And this is what Liam Levangie does. He went back to that beautiful break-in ball that just kind of backdoor dropped in on the outside part into the heart of the plate. Not much you can do with that as a hitter.
Pitched from Levangie to Masterman, and just misses upstairs. Strike number 1, ball number 1, correction. Ball number 1 of this at-bat to Cameron Masterman.
Just the second one that he's thrown to the first 3 hitters he's faced.
And Payton was hitting 285 coming into tonight. Swing and a miss by Cam Masterman. And that's going to be strike number 1, 1-1 count. That was actually his 3rd ball to Cam Masterman. The third ball he's thrown today. So it hasn't really flipped on Game Live. But anyway, the 1-1 is popped high, and that will go right towards the firehouse behind us here.
Better call Newport Glass.
And the usual better call Newport Glass is on here. And we ran by Newport Glass, and the guys go, yes, Newport Glass, electric. Because that's always a staple here at Cardinals Field on the way here. 1-2 count from Levangie to Masterman. Here's the pitch. Grounded right over Levangie. There is Guerrera. Ranges over. Makes the throw in time. 4-3 put out. 1-2-3 inning for Liam Levangie. The goals come back up. It's going to be Kataro, Kiley, and Oyama. We return here on the NECB Network. 4-0 Westerners.
You, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.net. NECBL.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls.
The Newport Gulls, raising the bar in summer collegiate baseball, right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Welcome back here to the NECBL Network and the Newport Gulls Broadcast Network here on the Newport Gulls Network and the NECBL Network. And it's going to be the Newport Gulls 8-9-1 coming up. It's CJ Pitaro leading off for the Gulls. The first pitch from Angelo Tonis in inning number 5, and oh boy, Pitaro, that one grounded off his knee, and he is in deep pain. And he is holding his right knee, and he's going to get up. Here's the replay. That one went off of his right knee.
Oh,
yep.
boy.
Oh, his calf. Got him right in the calf. He's going to try to walk it off.
Yeah, like
Here
you
comes,
said, looked like the lower calf area near the ankle and Achilles. That's certainly not. And that was a hard chopper. That hey, you know, you can imagine. I mean, it goes without saying, but it cannot feel good as a hitter. And of course, you're going to talk to Kevin Winterroad here for a minute, and that definitely is one where it's going to take a minute to gather yourself.
Winterroad talks to Pitaro. Here comes the athletic trainer for the Gulls. She'll come out and talk to Pitaro. Vanderbilt Commodore, of course, his team, the College World Series tonight. And they got in very controversial fashion. It was a tough situation for NC State. I know you covered them this year in the ACC as Pitaro's going to step back in. And, I mean, we don't really want to go into depth on it, but, like, that's just not a great situation there.
Yeah, it really is. As Pitaro gets a round of applause here and staying in the game. But, yeah, you touched on it. Really something you never want to see for NC State, and an absolute travesty that they had the season they had, and then it's cut short.
Great season for the Wolfpack. Just one game away from the College World Series where they would have met Mississippi State. That one's inside. And Vanderbilt, I mean, talk about a team with a stacked, loaded rotation. You got Kumar Rocker and Jack Leiter. You'll probably see them in this series coming up. The 1-1 from Tonis. Just gets in the outside corner, strike number 2. And see, there's still a little limp there from Pitaro. Still limping around, but he will step back in. Here's the 1-2 from Angelo Tonis to CJ Pitaro. Here's the pitch. Grounded. Oh, almost got in the same spot, but just missed it. Headed towards the Newport Gulls dugout. And Ian Ratsford, because you know the hockey-style dugout here, and we'll pick up that ball.
Yeah, he's tough standing in there at the plate because you could tell that he's going through some pain right now in that leg. And like you said, still limping a little bit throughout this at-bat.
Pitch from Tonis, the 1-2. Just misses down low at the knees. It's going to go to 2-2 now from Angelo Tonis, the Georgetown Hoya, who had a very solid season for Coach Edwin Thompson and Georgetown. And the Hoyas did not have a great season themselves. Pitch just misses inside 3-2, and they had some guys that we know, Eddie McCabe, Jay Nazo, rather, his name is now, Jay Nazo, 2 former Westerns from the 2018 team. Nazo transferring from Princeton, and Eddie McCabe now playing in the MLB Draft League for the Frederick Keys. The pitch grounded right past, almost on the bare hand of Angelo Tonis, and Pitaro will get a single, and that's the way to come back. Still limping a little bit, heading back, and see it there, but it's a single for CJ Pitaro.
Dare I say, a little Kirk Gibson next. I mean, this guy is trotting down to first base, limping, holding his leg, just like, of course, that famous clip in the 1989 World Series. But, man, I'll tell you what, that had to hurt really bad. He stays in the box, earns a full count off of Tonis, who's been lights out today, and then is able to get a hit. Everything you can ask for.
And he's a baseball player through and through. His father, former major leaguer himself. That one grounded by Connor Kiley. Father played 3 seasons in the bigs. Tate Keener makes the play down there. Go Tate, go. But Pitaro on now, and it brings up Connor Kiley, who grounded out to John Anderson his last time up. But here is the big chance for the Gulls. Down 4. Pitch, swing, and a miss. Tonis, beautiful breaking ball, 74 miles per hour.
And this is what has happened when the Gulls have had their opportunities. They've been able to get guys on base, been looking for that breakthrough hit, and another opportunity to try to get it here with Kiley.
So here is the 1-2 swing and a miss. Angelo Tonis. Wow. Just got that high heat there. And that is strikeout number 2, believe it or not, for a guy who's had big strikeout numbers, 23 in the year. That's only his second strikeout here in his 5th inning of work. He's really been getting a lot of ground balls tonight, which you don't really see from Tonis.
He's a guy that's controlled right. A lot of balls in the field. He went through a stretch where he retired 10 of 11. And when there has been trouble, he's done a really good job of staying and sticking through it.
First pitch to Kenny Oyama. Misses outside. Ball 1. Tonis is 64th pitch of the game, rather 65, rather. Yep, 65 pitches for Angelo Tonis. Throw check back at first to Pitaro. Won't expect him to run, especially with all the pain he's going through.
Yeah, he hopped back to first just to get back to the bag, and he's having a little smile on the mound like, really? Like, you're going to check it on me? I think, like you said, he's going to stay at first with the pain he's going through.
The 1-1 here to Kenny Oyama. Gets in for a strike. It'd be tough to turn 2 on Oyama with the speed he has, or even Sam Cochran after and Justin Guerrera. I mean, you look down this Newport lineup, and we talked about it in the 4th inning. There's a lot of speed in both teams, but I mean, 1, 2, 3 is very fast, and then 7 and 9 are fast for the goals as well. And 6-2, Spencer Smith. Pitch misses upstairs. It's going to be 2-1 from Tonis to Kenny Oyama. Loyal Mary Mountain Lion with the goals. He has been very good in his 30 bats. He has good speed, gets on base fast. Pitch gets in strike 2. And it's a 2-2 count with 1 out. And Angelo Tonis here going against a fellow California native.
Yeah, a lot of California guys on this Gulls team, even guys that play out in California or natives, with Lewis Barnum, who plays for Bryant, but hails from Los Angeles. And it really is just the story of the NECBL. You really do have guys from all over the country.
You look at Danbury's roster, Sebastian Murillo and Ethan Clough from Long Beach State, both California natives themselves. Of course, Angelo Tonis, Cali native, but Danbury's a lot of kids from down south. Look, 5 players from the state of Georgia. The pitch misses. Anderson, Jenkins now. A few others who are from the state of Georgia. Banks Griffith, of course. Actually, it's only 3, but good group of players from down south. And then got some guys from the middle, from the central. Of course, Tate Keener from Marshalltown, Iowa. But payoff pitch here from Tonis. The pitch popped up by Oyama. There is Lafreri, and he will make the catch. Pitaro hobbles his way back to first. I wonder if he will stay in this game.
Yeah, he took the words that I was thinking. He's playing the hot corner, not an easy position to play if you're limping. And Newport does have other options on the bench, and it's just unfortunate to see. I mean, credit to him for sticking through it, staying in the game, and getting a single after going through that pain. But limping over there, it's definitely a tough look, and he's still going through that pain on the base pass.
You mentioned it. There are guys on the bench there who can come in. Dawson Brigman or Lewis Barnum. The first pitch here to Sam Cochran. He misses. And you can also shift the field around a little bit, too. Smith can play third if needed.
Which he did on Saturday.
Right. So Smith can play third, so you can bring in probably Brigman at short or something like that. Brigman can play all over the infield for the most part. Pitch number 2 of the at-bat is missed. Now it's a 2-0 count to Sam Cochran, future College of Charleston player.
Yeah, another guy that hasn't registered an at-bat tonight with a pair of walks, and he might be on his way to a third one.
The 2-0 from Tonis to Cochran misses, and a 3-0 count now. Angelo Tonis here trying to wonder if this might be his last inning. He's around 70 pitches now, almost 75. Of course, they like to cap the guys off at 85 for the most part here in the NECBL, especially Ian Ratsford. Pitch from Tonis. That's a 4-pitch walk to Sam Cochran. He's still 0 for 0 on the ball game.
Yeah, 3 walks. We'll see if he can get past first this time. The first 2 times unable to, and that allows Pitaro to move to second. And for Danbury, like you said, could be the end of the road here.
So here comes the pitching coach, Dean White, for the Westerners. He'll talk to Angelo Tonis, trying to calm him down. Wonder if there is probably anything going on in the Westerner bullpen. It could be interesting, or there's only one bullpen mound, and two teams probably needing to have some guys warming up over there. But White will come out and talk to me, and he comes off the field and he's got a little bit of a new look for Dean White. Got a mustache now, just a sleek mustache, and he'll tell me that his wife is not a huge fan of it. So Dean White, of course, the head coach of Immaculate High School.
That's an important part of the decision.
She's away, so yeah. So here is, she's away, so he's getting away with it now. First pitch to the at-bat, and that's another ball from Tonis. Dean White, this is his second year as a coach on the Westerners team. He was a assistant coach, the fifth coach on the Westerners 2019 team. Now he's the full-time pitching coach with almost an entirely new coaching staff. Connor Farrell not here, and Bobby Rodriguez joining that staff. Pitch misses 2-0 from Tonis, and just got to get out of this inning with 2 runners on, and maybe his night will be done, and I expect it to be done if you're Ian Ratchford and the Westerners coaching staff.
Yeah, a little reminiscent of what we saw with Garcia when he came out of that inning. Now we've seen 6 straight balls, and this is not a guy where you want to try to groove a strike into because he can make you pay.
It is Justin Guerrero up. We forgot to mention that. Here's the pitch. In for a strike finally from Tonis. And Guerrero thinks, was that in? And home plate umpire Jesse White says, yes, it was.
Yeah, well, I will credit the frame of Peyton behind the dish. It may have been a strike anyway, but did a good job of making it catch that lower part.
And we forgot to mention about the College World Series. There are a bunch of guys, former goals or current goals, who are incoming goals, who are in that game. Pitch, swing, and a miss. You look up and down this goals roster, you still have Nelson Berkowitz there, you still have Luke Hancock, among others, and some former goals as well out of Vanderbilt.
Right, I mean, Isaiah Thomas is one of the best bats on that Vanderbilt team, was a crucial part of this Newport team that won 27 games, and yeah, you mentioned it, talent littered all over.
So the 2-2, producers are wild, 2 on, gets away, full count, and we expect the merry-go-round. All runners got to go around here on this next pitch. Newport has 4 hits in this game, 1 in this inning. Danbury has 2, and the second one is the important one, the RBI double by Andrew Jenkins. Here is the payoff pitch, grounded by Guerrero back, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, and I mean, still, we're watching Pitaro out there, and now he's talking to Kevin Winterode. He's still limping even as he walks.
Oh, boy, yeah. So Winterode and Pitaro are going to talk, and yeah, I think we're getting a pinch runner here, and we'll see who it is for the goals. So I think Pitaro's night is done. Yes, it is. He will come in, and we were right, Zach. I mean, so it's going to be
Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis Barnum going to come in back at third. Pitaro's night is done, and I guess he will have an early exit to this game and hopefully heal some wounds. And that was a very tough play for him on that foul ball, and he still got it and got a base hit on there. But here's the payoff pitch. New runner at second. It's Lewis Barnum. But the payoff pitch from Angelo Tonis. 2 on. Runners go. Fouled back. We'll do it once again in this at bat.
Yeah, battle going on right now between these two. Pitch number 7 coming up now, and you know, you talk about Pitaro. That's a well-deserved exit. It was going to be very hard for him to continue, and
especially at third too.
Right.
It's a very important position, the hot corner as they call it. So Guerrero here, he is 0 for 2 tonight. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Angelo Tonis through 5 has been spectacular. We head to the 6th inning. We return here on the NECB Network. 4-0 is your score. Danbury leads.
Our loyal fans will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
Welcome back here in the NECBL Network to Carnades Field. A 4-0 Danbury Westerners lead after 5 innings. Liam Levangie is back on the mound for the Gulls. And he will go against Danbury's heart of the order. It's going to be, well, actually, the bottom half of the heart of the order. It's going to be Jenkins, LaRusso, and Roper due up. Jenkins put the Westerners ahead on an RBI double.
Yeah, the hardest hit ball tonight for sure, and what a weapon that is, having that in the 5 spot if you're Danbury. And a way to start off this inning. And we'll see on the mound, Lewis Barnum coming into the field, and of course, his Bryant teammate, Liam Levangie, stays on the mound. So Pitaro exits, of course, as we saw last half inning, and that the one defensive replacement for Newport out on the field with Barnum at the hot corner.
So it is going to be Barnum in for Pitaro, and here comes Andrew Jenkins for the Westerners. First pitch popped up high, and that's going to get out of play and foul. And first pitch is a strike on a foul ball. And Jenkins here, his first game as a Danbury Westerner here from Georgia Tech. The 0-1, the pitch. 1-1 now, misses from Levangie. First really ball in the dirt from Levangie we've seen. He really just missed the strike. And there's a goal on the field. Of course there is. We saw some over on our way here, of course. And that's why the name is the Newport Gulls. And Alex Giobbi actually mentioned it as well. Fouled back by Jenkins.
Better call, Newport Glass.
So now it's a 1-2 count here to Jenkins, who his first couple at bats for the Westerners. First bat actually was a flyout, hard hit ball. He's hit 2 of the hardest hit balls. This one's roped down the line. That's going to get fair. Around first is Jenkins in the corner. They're going to call it off. That's a ground rule double for Andrew Jenkins. 2 really hard hit balls. And my question is, why was Tate Keener out so far? Why was Tate Keener out so far?
Might have saved the Gulls a break, right? Otherwise, maybe he's standing at third base. Look at the replay. That ball was roped, and a couple of it went all the way near the fence. I don't know if you're Gulls pitchers, if there's anything you can do about that ball getting trapped. But I'll tell you what, I'm very impressed with Jenkins. Was absolutely sitting on that curveball, which is Levangie's best pitch, and waited on it and got all of it, hitting it perfectly down the line.
That was Justin Sherry who got away. But here comes Nick Russo. Also, Danbury is Ryan Smith warming up. As fouled back, Smith has played about 6 appearances. He pitched, I believe, in Newport the other night, rather Bristol, but did pitch against the Gulls a couple games ago. We've seen him a lot this season. He's been a workhorse from Boston College. Of course, didn't play a lot this year. And one of the 7 ACC guys on that Danbury team. 5 for Newport now, actually. I forgot Pittsburgh was in the ACC now. And last game, I forgot Maryland's in the Big Ten now, too. So, a lot of changes.
Oh, yeah.
The 0-1 here to LaRusso, now a member of Maryland, gets in on the corner, LaRusso transferred from Villanova, found a home now. Maryland's going to be a Terrapin down there. See a lot of Maryland Terrapins, of course, around the league. You look in Mystic, they have a whole hodgepodge. Luke Schliger, Danbury native Luke Schliger, who I've known, went to the same middle school together. Pitch hit, LaRusso cut on and miss. He's going to go to first as Wood will make the easy play. And right there is the out. And a strikeout for Levangie.
Well, and what you saw there was 2 pitches of absolute filth. One for the second strike, and the one that got him swinging at the end just pulled the string on it. That was a great way for Levangie to bounce back. And hey, it's all about damage control. You really got to keep this at a 4-run game and work around this leadoff double.
So that brings up Jake Roper. That was the first hit off of Levangie, was that hit by Jenkins. The pitch to Roper, cut on and missed. Jake Roper struck out and walked, so he's 0 for 1 on the game here. In the top of the 6, 4-0 Westerners lead. 3 hits, 1 error for Danbury. 4 hits, 1 error for the Gulls. No runs. 4 runs for the Westies. Levangie's only thrown 4 walks now. Or 4 balls, correction. Which is a walk, but not together. The pitch to Roper, cut on and missed. Strike number 2 to the Palm Beach Atlantic Sailfish. A former University of Maine Black Bear, and then with the Palm Beach College rather. Now he's at Palm Beach Atlantic. 2 very confusing names for schools. That's the first one is a JUCO. This one's a D2 school now. Is Palm Beach Atlantic University. The 0-2 cut on and missed. 3 swinging strikes on Roper, and 2 away. Strikeout.
And this is what Levangie
Number
does.
5.
Really impressive stuff. I mean, we saw it with the breaking ball. That time he just goes with the fastball, says, I'll blow this right by it. Jake Roper, and what a way to bounce back. You still got an opportunity if you're Danbury, but you're a lot closer if you're the Gulls.
Dylan LaFrere has an RBI in this game, as we didn't mention. The first run that came in on the error 5 where he reached was an RBI, as Jenkins was going to score. The second one came home and scored. That was LaRusso. Pitch fouled back by LaFrere. The LaRusso call was not a earned run, so 3 of the runs against Garcia are earned. The one, which is LaRusso, is unearned. And LaFrere trying to do more damage for the Westerners tonight is the UNC Wilmington Seahawk, former Arkansas Razorback and San Diego Torero. 3 D1 schools in 3 years for LaFrere. And that one's fouled off into the mitt of Wood. Strike number 2. Here with 2 outs, runner on second. And here comes LaFrere against Liam Levangie from the Bryant Bulldogs of the Northeast Conference against the Colonial Athletic Association UNC Wilmington Seahawk. The pitch in the dirt held up there was LaFrere. He did not really go around much, and they checked anyway, but he obviously didn't go. Got caught the 2 of us off guard. Only one other game in the division going on tonight. That is Ocean State up 6-3 on Valley. And Valley's cut the lead in half now. Here is the 1-2 to LaFrere. Just misses. Levangie was coming back to the dugout, and I thought that was strike number 3, as did my colleague.
Now you're not the only one. I think, we both did, and a lot of this crowd. And
Liam Levangie was almost past the line, the baseline, almost off the mound, rather. But it's a 2-2 count. Runner on second. Deuces are wild. Cam Norgren will be next for the Westerners. The 2-2. Good breaking ball up. Missed. Lost a little grip on it. And now it's a full count here with the runner on second. That was 64 miles per hour. Big chance here for LaFrere. Trying to make more runs for the Westerners lead here with a new pitcher coming in the next inning. We'll tell you about him when we get there. The payoff. Fouled, not caught by Wood, and we will do it again.
Guy just getting a piece and staying alive. What a battle between these 2 at the plate. It's Levangie looking to polish off, strike out the side here, and if you're Danbury, this is a Newport offense that's got to wake up at some point, right? Every run you can get is huge.
That was pitch number 27 from Liam Levangie. Here comes number 28 for the Bryant righty, the Bulldog. Just missed the NCAA tournament by a run to Central Connecticut. The pitch grounded to the shortstop. Smith makes it on 2 hops. Throw to first is in time. A 6-3 put up. The Westerners do get a hit. It's a double by Andrew Jenkins, but they still lead this one 4-0. Headed to the bottom of the 6th. A new pitcher on the mound for the Westerners. We'll tell you about him when we return here on the NECBL Network.
Our loyal fans will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star Team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Welcome back here to Cardines Field, and we were fooled. Ian Ransford's going to keep the lefty Angelo Tonis out here. He'll go against 5, 6, and 7 on the Gulls lineup. It's going to be Hewitt, Smith, and Rogers due up. Tonis on 82 pitches right now, and a little bit of a gutsy move from the Westerners coaching staff, especially Ian Ransford. But Tonis comes in. The first pitch of the inning is in the dirt. That one, oh boy, that hit Jack Payton, and that's not a good spot where it hit him, and he'll take a break. Ooh.
Yeah, definitely deserves to take a minute. And yeah,
Here comes Ratch, and Payton, that got him below the belt, I will say. But Tonis, this will give Rick and Tonis is smiling it off. I wonder if that actually got him on. Oh, it might have got him right here in the thigh. They're going to check on him, but I think he will take a minute to walk off. Kevin Winterroad will check on him, and the athletic trainer will, and Angelo Tonis comes down, and Jello always smiles, so he's going to keep the smile on his face because he knows. So here's the replay here on this pitch. Oh, not the best place, but he's okay. Jack Payton was saying he's a tough kid, a Chicago kid. He'll stay in, and
yeah, looked like a fastball that was spiked to that. And one of the few places where you don't have protective catcher's gear can be really tough to handle. And credit, we saw Pitaro battle and stay in the game earlier, and that's what Payton's going to do right here. He's tough out there.
Well, that is not as bad as a play as it was for Pitaro. That was probably 80 miles per hour. But here's the 1-0 from Tonis. Swing and a miss. Right back on it is Angelo Tonis on. Rather, it's Wood. It's 4, 5, and 6 for the Gulls. Wood coming up here. So he steps in here. The catcher from Penn State. As I can count now, there are 8 goals, like actual seagulls in the field now. Pitch fouled off, and it's not the craziest wildlife thing I've seen here. When we were here back in 1990, you remember it too. The dog running around the field for the entire time. That was back in July of 2019, and the dog went through the little gap out in deep center field, and both teams cleared the benches to try to chase him.
Occasionally, from time to time, we will see a dog run out there in center field on the other side of the fence, where you'd rather see a dog than on the field.
1-1, misses low and hung on to by Payton. And we've seen wildlife. My first game ever working for the Danbury Westerners back in 2018 as an official intern. Of course, I've been a bat boy and been around the team. My first game, a cat. Or actually, no, it was a dog. A dog ran onto Rogers Park, went around the field, went behind the Westerners' dugout for a while. The pitch misses 3-1. We've seen cats as well. We've seen, of course, goals here and a lot of different things around the league. But it's going to be a 3-1 count here to Wood with Hewitt behind him. Wood and Hewitt are 0 for 2 on the night. Here is the pitch. Inside, and that's a walk for Wood. And now, see what the Westerners coaching staff does do here. They keep Tonis in.
Number 35, Bryce.
But here's Bryce Hewlett for the Gulls.
Yeah, that's a great plate approach by Matt Wood. You got to make him beat you at the plate right now. Right now, you might have a guy who he said it, he's getting close to 90 pitches, might be a little fatigued out there on the mound, and if he's not going to throw strikes, he shouldn't be swinging.
Pitch is lined into left field, caught by Dylan LaFrary. That one almost hit eyes for the field, but LaFrary makes the play, gets out number one on one pitch. That's a big pitch there for Angelo Tonis, a big out.
It is, and I mean, there are a lot of goals in the outfield now, as we see here. And maybe the Bird was trying to assist Bryce Hewlett on that swing, because that got close to the left fielder, LaFrary. And boy, we have seen goals out here. This is maybe the highest total, I think, so far in the young year.
14. That's what I just counted. That one misses. Gets away from Peyton to second. And that's going to be an error, I think, or pass ball. It's going to be a pass ball on Jack Peyton. So I did count correctly. There are 14 Seagulls on the field. Anyway, to second now is Wood. The Gulls have another runner on scoring position.
Yeah, and for Peyton, I think he had looked down and maybe in some more pain and didn't look up at all to see that Wood was advancing, and credit the base running of the Gulls there.
The new Westerners catcher number 2 is Logan Fannenbecker from Manhattan College. Didn't really play a lot. He redshirted this year for the Jaspers. Pitch by Tonis is fouled off by Smith.
Still Peyton.
It is still Peyton, but I am saying that the Westerners, their second catcher is Logan Fannenbecker, who just joined the team on Saturday. He is a former Avon Old Farms player, and now there are even more goals, and now more goals are exiting the field. I mean, this is fun to watch, but baseball, of course, is why we're here, and you see all this different things here, and that's why I love about coming to this park especially. But the 1-1 count here from Angelo Tonis. The pitch in the dirt. And that College World Series game we were mentioning about is starting, and Jack Leiter is going to pitch tonight. He was supposed to pitch that second game against NC State. Now he's going to pitch tonight against Mississippi State, a battle of two SEC teams, and I'm excited to see it. Of course, many goals are involved in that one for you guys here in Newport. Westerners do have a sort of a relationship there. We'll get to it after this pitch. The pitch fouled off by Smith. Former 2017 Westerner Frank Maldonado played for Pittsburgh. Played for the Westerners in 17, hit a lot of home runs, big player. His brother is the closer for the Vanderbilt Commodores. And he is a top 100 Major League Baseball draft prospect. But the 2-2 here to Spencer Smith, who's 1 for 2 on the ballgame, has a single. Tonis, the 2-2 pitch, grounded right up the middle, gets away from Tonis. There is Anderson. The throw to first is away.
That's a hit.
That's going to be a base hit, as expected, and the swarm of goals makes their way off the field. It's like a scene from, I don't know, I can't remember the movie, but it's a scene from some horror film.
Yeah, that is just, it's funny because you have the ball hit right in the wheelhouse of all the goals out there. And what a play by Jenkins at first base. His backhand, I think, saves a run, as we see the first line out there and the goal in the general area. And a pitching change here for Danbury.
So Angelo Tonis' night is done. We'll get you the final stat line on him when we return, and we'll tell you about the new pitcher for the Danbury Westerners when we return here on the NECB. 4-0 runners from the corners.
Proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
Welcome back here to the NECBL Network. Runners in the corners for the Gulls with 1 out, down by 4, and it's a new pitcher for the Danbury Westerners, Ryan Smith. 6th appearance of the game. He comes into a lot of close games. His last appearance was the June 17th win over the Bristol Blues, and he got the save in that one. A 5-4 come from behind win for the Westies. this year hasn't allowed a single run as the lefty, Ryan Smith. It's been a fantastic season for. I didn't really play a lot this year for the Eagles. He will come in here, his first appearance against the Newport Gulls. He's played against every team but Mystic at Newport until tonight. But here comes Ryan Smith, a lefty from Terrytown, New York. He will come in here with a big situation. He comes in a lot of big situations, does Ryan Smith. Runners on first and third for the lefty, who has thrown 8 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings. He has been a dependable arm, but he hasn't pitched in over a week now. Oh, almost 2 weeks, but he did, I believe he did pitch recently too. But here comes Jordan Rogers. Ryan Smith, in 2019, played in the Hamptons League, the West Hampton Aviators. He had 5-1 record, 2.54 ERA there in the Hamptons League, 38 strikeouts. He's also played for Socrates of the Perfect Game Collegiate League. And he is former Hackley High School player and then played at Trinity Pauling for his prep year. The pitch to Ryan Smith swung on and missed by Jordan Rogers. Danbury corners are in. Still double play def. And actually LaRusso has gone back now. Jordan Rogers tonight, single and a flyout. Pitch upstairs. Ryan Smith here, he is very locked in. He was actually in the Newport area last week on it for a thing with a bunch of his Boston College friends. So he's been in the area back and forth 3 times in the last 2 weeks. But he is back out on the mound for the Westerners for the first time in a little while. The pitch from Ryan Smith, grounded. That's going to get through. A base hit for Rogers. The Gulls make it a 4-1 ball game.
Yeah, it's a huge piece of hitting for Newport, who's been so good this year with guys in scoring position at getting those big hits, and you finally have the breakthrough. It came in the 6th inning, and a lot of baseball to be played, and now you bring the tying run to the plate.
So here comes Lewis Barnum, who he really struggled that game last Thursday against Danbury. 3 strikeouts for Barnum, 2 of which coming from Christian Allegretti, his Bryant teammate for Barnum. We go back here, and Barnum, he actually had 4 strikeouts, correction. A golden sombrero, as we call it. Here is the first pitch with a 1 out from Ryan Smith, and there are even more goals in the field now. And Bill Geyer has told me, it reminds him of the 1963 movie, The Birds. Never heard of it, but, I mean, it's Flight of the Conchords. That was what I was thinking of. So, the 1-0 pitch from Ryan Smith, they're all converging down in shallow center field. 1-0. Popped up, and will go foul into the street. 1-1 count.
Yeah, center field shaded a little bit to left, and you wonder with righty at the plate. And Barnum, could we see a little, could we see them make an effect here in this ball game?
The Gulls now, this is the tying run at the plate in Lewis Barnum. For Newport, he replaces C.J. Pitaro, but he's 1 for 17 on the year. He has really struggled, has an RBI. Pitch number 3 they're at is inside for a ball from Smith. It's a 2-1 count.
And it is worth mentioning, in the exhibition game here against the Keene Swampats, he was the player of the game. He went yard and had the very first home run here at Cardines Field in 2021.
Smith looks back at second, gets set. That is, of course, not in the sets, but swing and a miss by Barnum. But if you count that, he is, I believe, 3 for 22 or whatever now in the year after that game, and has a home run and a couple RBIs. But that is not there. It was an exhibition game against the Swampbats, who are also in action tonight. 2-2 tie with Vermont right now in that game. And now Valley's clawed their way back too. It's 8-7 Ocean State. Runner goes at third. The pitch fouled back by Barnum. Yeah, Valley, I believe they tied it, and now Ocean State just regained the lead in a very, very, very interesting game between Ocean State, who's in 6th place. Valley is right in the top, right in the heat of the top with Newport and Martha's Vineyard. And Danbury and Mystic are trying to claw their way up to the top 3. And those are 5 teams within 2.5 games of each other. The pitch, the 2-2, fouled, and rather grounded first base line. That will get foul, I was correct, but it almost stayed in. But as Jenkins got to it, it is foul, and now it's a 2-2 count. There's Andrew Jenkins for the Westerners, the newest member of this team. And I, for a second, thought he was Ethan Clough when he came in here. They both look kind of the same, but Clough being a California guy and Jenkins, a native of Atlanta, just in the city there. But a 2-2 count here to Barnum with 1 out for Ryan Smith. A big chance here for the Westerners. The 2-2. Fouled back, and we'll keep on going again. Nice breaking ball by Smith. A big chance here for the Gulls to try to cut the lead in half. Or even tie it. One swing of this ball game could change it. Gulls have 6 hits in this game, Danbury a 3, an error aside. Smith looks back at second. Time is called. And we will get set once again. The Westerners and Gulls, they'll meet again this Thursday at Rogers Park. 4th meeting in about 2 full weeks between these 3 weeks, actually, between these two teams. Here is the 2-2 from Smith. Misses, and it's a full count with 1 out for Ryan Smith. Here against Lewis Barnum.
Yeah, what an at-bat here by Barnum in his first of the ball game. Of course, he replaced Pizarro out on the base paths, out in the field, and now getting ready for the 9th pitch he's going to see here in this at-bat.
Pitch number 9, the at-bat. From Ryan Smith, the pitch. Just misses. The bases are loaded for the Gulls.
Yeah, what a plate appearance there by Barnum in his first of the ball game. As we mentioned, he comes off the bench, and a Danbury team that had his number last time, but just a really patient approach, and you bring the next guy up. That is huge when you're down by 3 runs. Now you bring up a guy who's had a lot of big base hits for this Gulls team this year, and he comes up as the potential go-ahead run.
Connor Kiley, the local kid from right here on the island. And you can see on that replay there, Barnum held up. Bases loaded here. Leading run at the plate, it's Kiley. Swing and a miss on the first pitch by Ryan Smith on the fastball. But this crowd trying to get their team into it. That's what I love about this place is these fans know their team well. They love their team here in Newport, Rhode Island. The city by the sea, as they call it. The 0-1, Smith almost fell off, but he gets there. Strike number 2, 0-2, 1 out. Danbury has the infield in, rather the corners are in for the most part. LaRusso in a little bit. Jenkins back more. Russo likes to play in anyway as it is. The 0-2. Popped up foul into the street. It's an 0-2 count now. Once again, pitch number 4 of this at bat from Ryan Smith. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Ryan Smith strikes out Kiley, but here comes Kenny Oyama.
Yeah, that was nasty from Smith on the mound. Are you kidding me? After he fouls off a couple of fastballs, he is waiting for that 85 to 90 stuff, and instead he just gets a soft curveball in there. What a pitch with 0-2. But as you mentioned, it's a lively crowd, and Newport with still a huge opportunity for the top part of this line.
A big chance here. Kenny Oyama, tonight's DH. Crowd behind him. The pitch upstairs, held on to by Peyton. Bottom of the 6th, bases loaded. Tying run is at first. The leading run is at the plate. It's Oyama. Tonight, 1 for 3 in the ball game with a single to lead off the game. That one, a bloop single. He is flow out and grounded out the first to Jenkins. That one misses. 2-0. Oh boy.
And this is one of Newport's best contact hitters on the team. It's why he's in that leadoff spot. And I'll tell you what, if you're trying to groove a strike in there, there's a great chance he makes really good contact with it.
And if he does get bad contact, he can get the first on a dime as well. The pitch. That one is right down the strike zone. Strike number 1. 2-1, 2 outs. Bases are loaded for the Gulls. Kenny Oyama.
It is remarkable when you think about it. This was a game here at Cardines Field where the bases were loaded for the Gulls.
In for a strike number 2, and 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Oh boy.
Like, getting back to what I was saying, the bases were loaded in the 6th inning, and Danbury had a 2-run lead, and that's when you had the play of the game when Matt Zaffino made the diving catch in left field, and we're almost in an exact same situation here a couple weeks later.
Here's the pitch. Grounded right back to Smith. Gets by. Coming in here is Norgren. The throw to first is in time. Cam Norgren saves a run. The Westerners are up 4-1 on a very, very close call. Norgren on the slow roller makes the throw to first in time. And I think we're going to try to look at this replay. I don't think so, but we'll be right back here on the NECBL Network. Wow. Anyway, here's the replay. Off of Smith's glove, Norgren's in. The throw to first is, oh boy. I think he's safe.
That was very close. I would have to agree with you, man. It's close in the moment. There's no doubt. A very close play one way or the other, but unfortunately Newport on the wrong side of it.
All right, we'll be right back here on the NECBL Network. I'll pass it back to Zach when we return.
NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
Back here for the top of the 7th. And what a game it's been. A wild defensive play to close the bottom of the 6th inning. 4-1 Danbury as this first pitch shot in the air by the 9-man Cameron Norgren, but it goes foul.
Norgren did make that play. We looked at it after a while, and we're talking about this now. Looked really close. We had 2 different camera angles, one from our
I want to give a shout out to Michael Garman to our left and David Blaze, who gave us a couple great angles. Boy, it does not get much closer than that. As a rainbow breaking ball out of the arm of Levangie to Norgren, the 9-hitter, makes it 0-2.
So that one on the broadcast feed when we slowed it down, he looked like he was out, and then closer one from the phone view, and it looked like he was close again. So.
As a big swinging strikeout, Levangie gets him with a breaking ball. Another one bites the dust. The music plays as there's one away here in the 7th.
Yeah, so it probably wasn't out, but super close. If it was Major League Baseball using the camera angles we have here, we would have sent it to New York.
And I will give credit to our umpiring crew because that's a very close play. On the replay, it did look out. We're talking about milliseconds. Anyways, that retired the side when Newport left the bases loaded. Now the top of the order for Danbury as Justin Jordan initially scored around a bunt, brought it back. It's 1-0. He is 1-for-3 today. An extra base hit that came in the 3rd.
First hit of the game for the Westerners. They only have 3 now, and Newport has 6.
This ball's upstairs, and it's 2-0 to the leadoff man.
Really like how Liam Levangie really throws here. I mean, he's your typical pitcher here, and he's been very good for this Gulls team tonight.
25 strikes and 9 balls for the Bryant pitcher. And there's a strike, a swing and a miss. It's 2-1.
26 rather. Yeah, his strike to ball ratio so far is very good, I guess we'll say.
In a groove. 2-1 pitch. It's golfed back, and another strike, and the count is even at 2-2.
And he's allowed only 1 hit in this game too, which was the second double of the game for Andrew Jenkins. And the Westerners here at the top of the order. It's Jordan, Anderson, and then, if necessary, Jack Payton.
1 hit, and worth mentioning, no walks, as we had seen this Danbury team that had 3 of them in that big 4th inning. At the difference in the ball game right now, 4 runs in the 4th for the Westerners, 1 run in the bottom of the 6th, courtesy of Jordan Rogers.
By the way,
RBI single.
Sorry, Zach, that 1 run does go against Angelo Tonis. His final line, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 1 earned, 3 Ks, 4 walks.
As Jordan fights this off, and we'll do it again at 2-2.
And for Tonis, a guy who's averaged before tonight, averaged about 7.5 strikeouts a game. That's 3 and 5 1/3. But a very good night on the earned run side. Of course, the one in that last inning does go to him.
2-2. Skips in the dirt, and Jordan able to hold up, and we've gone full.
Yeah, good at bat by Justin Jordan. He's one of the best guys in this team who likes to hold up. Best eyes, I should say, on this team is Justin Jordan, and we saw this in 19. Drew a whole bunch of walks, and he's done it a lot this year as well.
3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. The pitch. Fouled back, and a good at bat, like you said, from Justin Jordan. The center fielder stays alive.
Yeah, this is a big moment. Danbury wants to get more runs in. I mean, Justin Jordan's a guy who he kickstarts this team when he needs to. I mean, he is a spark plug on this team. He has been for now 2 seasons.
Pitch number 8 coming up in the battle between Levangie and Jordan. Another foul back, and we'll do it again.
Nice job by Jordan to stay alive here. Danbury, you know, they've been hitting well, but they haven't gotten enough hits at the West moment.
Well, 1 hit that came in the 3rd, and then 2 more an inning later. They have 3 on the night compared to Newport's 6. Yet the Westerners out ahead 4-1. Payoff pitch is lined. This ball gets down for a base hit. 1 at bat for Justin Jordan, and he gets a single to put a base runner on for Danbury.
There's hit number 4, and Jordan, I mean, once again, he jump-starts this team. I mean, he is the fire starter, the spark plug, whatever you want to call him, and now it brings up John Anderson, who has struggled tonight. Pair of strikeouts and a ground out, and we'll see what he can do here. Now with the runner on against the right-handed pitcher, who he's more comfortable going against righties. Did strike out the first time, but now as Levangie's thrown more pitches, you wonder if they're going to get to him here.
First pitch, home run swing. Well, I guess this falls under the category of a guy that you say is due.
Yes.
A guy that had a few big swings, both here at Cardines Field and at Rogers Park against the Newport Gulls.
Well, those swings at Rogers would have been out at Cardines, too. They were both absolute bullets. One went across the street and hitting a parked car. It turned out it was a parked car, not the moving car that I thought it was.
0-1, runner takes off. Off speed pitch outside. Throw down from Wood is not in time. Bounces out of the glove. And a stolen base for Justin Jordan puts a runner in scoring position.
Well, I think Levangie's asked if there was any batter's interference, which I don't think there was. Anderson didn't swing away at the ball, too. So, and he stepped back. But there's a steal for JJ.
Puts a runner in scoring position, an opportunity for Danbury to add on more. They're looking to become the first team this season to beat the Newport Gulls 3 times.
No losses yet to them either.
1-1. Fastball, shot in the air, high in the air, into shallow center field as the ball falls. Smith looked to have it, and that allows everybody to be safe. Jordan goes to third, and it's a base hit for Anderson.
That is so similar to what happened in that first at-bat for the Gulls back in the first inning on Oyama when the shortstop for the Westerners, Norgren and LaRusso. This time it was Smith and the center fielder, Kiley, talking it over, and Smith thought he thought Kiley was coming in.
I will say, it looked off the bat like Kiley could not see the baseball, and I think Smith realized that, and a play that probably isn't his into deep center field. The ball falls, and the rally opportunity gets even bigger now for the 3-hitter, Jack Peaton.
Yeah, and here's a guy who is 0 for 2 tonight. Another guy who's due in this team, I think. There's a lot of this guys.
Back-to-back hits after the leadoff strikeout, and Payton was trying to make this game 7-1. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and he's hit some home runs this year for the team as well. I mean, he's got a pair. He has 1 home run that isn't on the stat sheet right now because of the Ocean State game, but I mean, he can hit the ball. We've seen it, and he's got some pop. He's like a toy cannon.
Jordan on third, Anderson at first. 0-1. Runner goes. This pitch is in the dirt, And it takes Wood a second to find it. And Anderson steals second and steals the potential.
Nope. They're calling
double play
batter
with him.
interference, I think. Yes,
Matt.
no.
Catch.
That hit Peyton? Yeah, they hit Peyton. Okay. Bases loaded now for Camp Masterman. I didn't really see if that hit him. Huh.
An interesting call. It looked like.
Here we go. Here's the replay.
Cameron Masterman.
I think maybe the call is catcher's interference against Matt Wood behind the plate. Therefore,
Okay.
he's gifted first base. And, oh boy, now the bases are loaded. A situation
Yes, it is.
nearly identical to what Newport had a half inning ago. And here's the cleanup man, Cameron Masterman. Drives the first pitch he sees foul.
So it's a catcher's interference is the call. Okay, and that is called an error officially, I believe.
Well, it's the second error tonight on the Gulls, and it comes in a big spot. The cleanup man trying to do some cleaning up on the base paths right now. Jordan at third, Anderson at second, Peyton at first with one out.
Yeah, I've never really seen that call before, believe it or not.
0-1. Oh, in there for a strike. A big strike from Levangie, who's ahead 0-2.
Yeah, Levangie's been doing a pretty good job in his outing tonight, getting ahead in the count. It's I think they just kind of picked up on the off-speed pitch. So, you know, he's got to get the fastball by him for that third strike.
0-2 to the cleanup man, Masterman. Big pitch coming. Here it is. Curveball, it's just too high. Wood tried the frame. It wasn't there. It's 1-2. Singles from Justin Jordan and John Anderson. And then the old rare catcher's interference call.
Which is also an E3 is what E2 rather. E2 is what it should be called on the scorecard.
Right.
Is what I'm being told from our folks back in Danbury.
1-2. Too far outside, and the count's even.
Yeah, Masterman, he had a tough game in Bristol the other night. I mean, first game where he's really struggled. Now he comes here in Cardines, and tonight, I mean, he's 0 for 1, had a pair of walks to start his ball game, then he grounded out. But he comes in here in a big opportunity. Bases loaded, try to get more runs for your baseball team.
2-2 with one out, and the base is full. Swing and a miss from Masterman. A huge second out from Levangie. His second strikeout of the inning.
But that brings up the dangerous Andrew Jenkins. I mean, he's hit 3 really hard hit balls. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of doubles. And then, I mean, that first hit to center field to Kiley was a hard hit. I mean, now here he comes here. He is probably going to have a big hit here. I don't know. I mean,
first pitch he sees. Try to hold up his swing, and he did on a ball low. It's 1-0.
I kind of lost my train of thought there, but I mean, Jenkins here and check back at first. He did not go. I think this is going to be a big chance for the Westerners. So they can get some runs here. And Jenkins showed his power in batting practice. What can he do here now?
Pair of doubles tonight. 1-0.
Oh,
Is a bit of chin music inside, and Wood able to hold on to it, but it's 2-0 to the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket.
LaRusso would be next for the Westerners. He tonight has had a pair of strikeouts.
Levangie has 6 of them tonight. He'd love to strike out the side, leave the bags loaded, but he's behind 2-0.
Sorry, 1 strikeout from LaRusso. That's my mistake.
This pitch is upstairs, and Levangie a ball away from walking in the 5th Danbury run.
And then, you know, Levangie started off really well. I think you can see, as we saw with Tonis and Garcia, you can see the fatigue here for Levangie.
He has not walked a batter tonight. Jenkins looking to become the first. Danbury has 4 of them on the night. He drives this one hard to Barnum, able to pick it. His only play is over at first. The split by Hewlett, and they got him.
Wow.
Oh my.
That's beautiful play by Hewlett.
What a play.
At first I thought he took a little too long, but
Gymnastics on display, and it's time to stretch. Danbury leaves the bases loaded in the top of the 7th, so we go to the bottom. It's still 4-1 Danbury over the Gulls on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Let's hear it.
1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out. Wonderful. If we had an opera house here, you would all be in the chorus.
Gulls fans, it's time to pick a winner to tonight's 50-50 raffle. If you bought tickets tonight, thank you for supporting the Newport Gulls.
For the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 20th. Whether you're an island resident or just visit.
To the bottom of the 7th we go. Just had take me out to the ball game here at Cardines Field in front of what's been a great crowd on a great Monday night for baseball. 2, 3, and 4 for Newport as they look to claw their way back into this game. It starts with Sam Cochran.
No official at-bats for Sam Cochran tonight. 3 walks.
It's his 4th plate appearance coming in the 7th. This pitch is upstairs for ball number 1.
We've had a lot of close plays at first tonight, and I mean Hewlett with some massive plays at first, holding runners or getting outs.
Both teams have left the bases loaded in their last half, and Cochran's ahead 2-0. Could he be on his way to his 4th walk and his 14th on the season? Newport as a team has 5 of them, the majority belonging to the right fielder. And he chops this one to the right side. Anderson fields, throws, and got him by a step.
Yeah, once again, a lot of close plays at first, but there's not the walk. Now he's 0 for 1, and nice job by Anderson to range over, make that play. He's been busy tonight at second.
So now one away in the bottom of the 7th, and Newport trying to get something going. It's the 3-hitter, Justin Guerrera. Looking to reach base for the very first time tonight. He has Newport's leads in home runs and RBIs, but is 0 for 3. Pair of strikeouts and a flyout tonight. Sees the first pitch upstairs. It's 1-0 to Guerrera.
Got Michael Farinelli for the Westerners warming up.
Grant Umberger, the Virginia Tech arm, the arm for Newport in the bullpen. As this pitch skips down low, and a second Newport hitter goes ahead 2-0. No hits tonight for Guerrera, but a big hit 2 nights ago, Newport's last game against the Mystic Schooners. He teed off on a long blast, a mammoth blast over the center field wall for his 6th of the year. No one in the NECBL with more. 2-0, there's a strike. It's 2-1.
And nice shot by Smith to come back here. Both these at-bats here started out 2-0, and then the last at-bat he got the 4-3 put out by Anderson, and this time now he's battling back with a strike. See what we can do here.
2-1 is upstairs, and Guerrera ahead 3-1.
As I mentioned, the Westerners do have Michael Farinelli warming up if necessary. Could see him in the 8th, and then maybe Noah Jensen comes in the 9th. He's been the de facto closer for this team.
Looks at a 3-1. That's in there for a strike, and the count is run to its fullest. This game number 14 for Guerrera, and he has shined against the Danbury Westerners. 3 for 7 in the first 2 games, including 2 home runs. 3-2 is upstairs, and Newport has a base runner here in the 7th, a walk for Guerrera.
And Guerrero is 0 for 3 coming in. A pair of strikeouts flew out to Jordan. Now he comes up here and gets a walk, and here comes Wood, who last time walked on and scored the run for the Gulls, which that went against Angelo Tonis' tack.
It's the cleanup man, and as you said, a man that walked and has the only Newport run tonight. Scored on the single from Jordan Rogers. The catcher from Penn State digs in. Opportunity for Newport to try to claw their way back. This pitch is upstairs, and it's 1-0, a third Newport hitter that starts the count by getting out ahead.
Now let's see if it goes 2-0 again.
Runner on first is Guerrera, Newport's 6th walk of the evening. 1-0. Too far down, and a third Newport batter that starts the count ahead 2-0.
Yeah, that warrants a visit from Jack Payton here to his ACC counterpart, Ryan Smith, a pitcher from Boston College. And he's just telling him, you got this, man, and we're in this game. Let's try to get it out here. Try to get a double play, try to get a ground ball, try to just get back in this at bat, and you got this. And I saw that straight from the mouth of Jack Payton there. Most of it. You got this. I saw that.
2-0 to the Gulls catcher. 0 for 2 tonight, and 1 for 4 on Saturday against the Schooners. His pitch is out, and it's 3-0 to Wood.
Now let's see if he can come back here and just battle back for Ryan Smith. You have to battle back here if you're the Westerners.
Hewlett and Smith to follow for the Gulls. Looking to find a rally. His pitch is upstairs, and Newport will bring the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, I wonder if you do here if you're the Westerners, bring out Michael Farinelli, and I think here comes Dean White. So Dino's going to come out here and talk to his pitcher here. 2 runners on. You have Hewlett, who you know can hit an absolute bomb out of the park.
He's done it against Danbury. Yep. His only blast this season.
And he is your tying run right now at the plate. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Newport has 8 outs to work with at this point. See if they can try to get back, maybe on a swing, maybe just get an RBI single. See, Dean White just says, come on, calm down, get back in this, hit the strike zone here, keep your team in this game. It's a close ball game. Danbury, since this big stretch that they've won their last 7 out of 10, they have really played well, and they've really played a lot of close baseball games. I mean, one game went to extras, a couple close games in Newport, they went deep in the game. And Danbury knows how to play these close games now. They've won most of them.
Hewlett swings and fouls the first pitch off his foot. It's 0-1 for the first time in this inning.
The only ones where they've lost where it's been a close game was the game against Mystic, 3-0, where they were threatening late in that game. And of course, the walk-off loss in the extra innings to Valley 2 weeks ago.
0-1. Skips in the dirt, and a good stop by Payton to keep the runners at bay.
Yeah, big play by Jack Payton there, getting his body into it there. I mean, that's a big play.
Well, Hewlett is 0 for 2 today. He did reach on an error that came in the 4th. I'm looking for his first hit. 1 for 6 against Danbury in 3 games. It's outside, and he is ahead 2-1. The 4th straight Gulls batter that has gotten out ahead of Smith on the bump.
This time he didn't have 2 balls, no strikes. Now he has 2 balls, 1 strike. Ryan Smith here, just get something here where you're going to keep your team in this. If I had to expect one way or the other, might be his last at bat. We might see Farinelli come in.
2-1. Hewlett looks at a pitch just outside, and he's ahead 3-1.
Oh, that was close. That was a close call. Now it's a 3-1 count.
Guerrera on second, Wood on first. No hits for the Gulls this inning, but a pair of walks. Have them with a big opportunity to try to get back in it. 3-1. Swing and a miss by Bryce Hewlett on ball number 4. A ball up and away, and the count has run full.
I mean, I don't get why you swing. I get it's 3-1. Do you get the green light to go in there by your manager, Kevin Winterroad, or you just swing it at because you think you can hit it there? I mean, and you're expecting Smith to go down. It boggles my mind, that swing there.
3-2. Is low. What an eye from Hewlett. And Newport has walked. The bases loaded here in the 7th.
Yeah, and that's the second time now. A third half inning in a row, we've seen the bases loaded now. And the last time it ended on a great play by Norgren. See what the Westerners do here. Ryan Smith, he's at 40 pitches now. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see him come out. But bases are loaded. It's now Spencer Smith, who has a pair of singles. Pair of Boston school kids going against each other. Smith from Northeastern, and other Smith from Boston College. Pair of Smiths too.
For a third straight half inning between these two, the bases are loaded. Smith swings at the first pitch and swings right through it. On off speed, it's 0-1.
Yeah, good job by Ryan Smith to get on that one from Spencer Smith, who, I mean, he has come up clutch for a good part of the season for the Gulls. I mean, when you look down these games, he's been He's got 6 RBIs, 2 homers. He's the leading run right now.
Looks at an 0-1 outside, and it's 1-1. 2 homers, 6 RBIs, a .270 average, and he knows how to get on base. A .440 on-base percentage coming into this game, ranking 2nd on the Newport Gulls. If he can get on base, that would mean another Gulls run, at least one. This pitch is upstairs, and it gets out of the glove of Peyton. Here comes Guerrero to the plate, the tag, and they got him. Oh my, very close play at the plate, and Peyton able to flip it to Smith to get Guerrero for the second out.
I think Guerrero got under that tag. I'm a Danbury guy, but here's the replay. Gets behind Peyton. Nice flip there. That is close.
That is a brutal call that goes against the Gulls.
We'll have to look. Here's a slow-mo.
It's hard to see with Smith being right a little bit in the shot, but I think you're right, and I think Kevin Winterow, that's the discussion he's having, is the throw was nearly there in time, but it was a good slide from Guerrero, and it looked like he did get that near side foot into the plate. It's another call, a huge call that goes the way of the Westerners.
This Danbury team, any way you can get an out or anything, it just happens. And for Newport, you just have to shake your head and think, how does this happen? Now that was a chance where you can have a 2-run game. That is called out. And I'm a Danbury guy. I personally think that was a safe call. My opinion. I'm not the umpire or anything, and you aren't either, but.
So now the tying run, instead of having the tying run at second, the tying run is now at the plate with 2 outs. Outside to Smith. It's 3-1.
Nice eye there by Spencer Smith on Ryan, and now we got runners in second and third here, so you're still threatening if you're the Gulls.
3-1. Now with 2 outs after the big play at the plate. Wood moved to third, and Hewlett to second.
See, here you got the green light on something that's actually in the zone, but
3-1.
Good eye.
He's down low, and the bases are loaded again.
At least you didn't walk home a run if you're the Westerners, but yeah, here comes Ian Ratsford, so that's probably going to do it for Ryan Smith. He was up in the 44 pitches, rather 45 pitches there for Ryan Smith. So I think we're going to see Michael Farinelli come out for the Westerners here for the 7th and possibly beyond, but solid performance for Ryan Smith. Gave up 1 run, it didn't go against his name, it went against Tonis, but still, team getting around him.
So a pitching change for Danbury. We'll have it on the other side. Newport with a potential go-ahead run at the plate on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
NECBL's Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
The biggest opportunity for Newport tonight, and it calls for a pitching change for the Danbury Westerners.
Yeah, Michael Farinelli. It's going to be his 5th appearance of the season. He has a 1-0 record, 2.45 ERA. He's allowed just 1 run this year for the Western, 2 runs rather this year for the Westerners. 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's been a very dependable arm of the bullpen. That Mystic game, he was untouchable, as was anyone. It was a real pitcher's duel. 1 hit allowed, a strikeout, but did walk 2. And that's the only time where he really walked more than 1 batter. He has 1 other walk this year, came a win over Bristol, where gave him 1 earned, but I mean, you look down, he's had a very solid year for the most part for Westerns. Didn't play this year at Middlebury, too. He's going to be going to Northwestern.
4-1, the go-ahead run at the plate. It's Jordan Rogers. He takes a big swing and a miss at the first pitch, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, I always say this, the first pitch shows what's going to happen in the at-bat, and that's a good sign if you're a Westerner fan. Now, if you're a Gold fan, you hope Rogers, who's been hitting very well against the Westerners this year, gets back into this count. It's early, though.
Swings at the 0-1, fouls it back, and exactly what you want. If you're Farinelli, he's ahead of 0-2.
If you can just get 3 quick pitches and then you come back out in the 8th and you're still up at 3, I mean, that's going to be big. And we've seen it now 3 half innings in a row where the bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Danbury has walked the last 4 batters. Somehow has kept Newport off the scoreboard with a big play at the plate. Gulls looking to answer down 3. 0-2. Rogers able to watch it.
Tried to get him to chase there, and I'm not surprised by that move, and good job by Rogers not to get into that, not to swing at it.
Runner at third, Wood. At second, Hewlett. And at first, Spencer Smith. Jordan Rogers looking for a big swing. 1-2 pitch. Fouled back, and we'll do it again.
I mean, Rogers has been sort of a Westerner killer early. You go back to almost 3 weeks ago when he hit an absolute bomb off the wall, gave Newport really the lead in that 8th inning, and then, of course, Danbury came back later.
Pair of singles tonight. He is 2 for 3. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike number 3. So Farinelli comes in the ballgame and gets a huge strikeout to retire the sign. That takes us through 7. Let's keep it here on the NECBL, and I'll toss it over to Ben Gentile to give us another look from scores around the NECBL.
So yeah, at the moment we got the Valley Blue Sox are still down 1 to the Ocean State Waves. It's going into the 9th at the moment, or actually it's in the bottom of the 8th. And then for the Keene Swamp, for the Keene Swamp Rats, they increased their lead by 1. Yeah, by 1. So now it's 6-3 against the Vermont Mountaineers.
So that our look around the NECBL, and now for Newport on the bump, a new arm. It's Grant Umberger, the Virginia Tech Hokie, who gets an appearance here for the Gulls. He last pitched in a starting role for Newport and was the player of the game, got 8 strikeouts in the 7-5 win against the Bristol Blues, and comes in looking to keep this at a 3-run game. Newport has left the bases loaded in each of the last 2 innings.
Yeah, Umberger just out of Philly he's from, and a young kid coming in here for the Gulls. He's been good. I mean, you look at his stats here, and his strikeout numbers are amazing. I mean, 14 strikeouts in his 7 innings pitched. I mean, he only has 1 start, but his last couple games where he's come in, I mean, out of the bullpen, he's really shut the door. Take away that June 10th game in Mystic where he gave up a run, then he comes in against Valley. Opening night, replacing Brandon Garcia, which pitched tonight, of course. Gave up no hits, no runs, had 2 strikeouts. He did walk 3 in that game against Bristol in the 4 innings, but that was in a 4-inning game. See what he does here in short work, could be 2 innings against the Westerners. It's going to be the Westerners' bottom half of the order coming up. LaRusso, Roper, and LaFrere due up.
Looking to keep this at a 3-run game. His 4th appearance of the season and 3rd out of the bullpen. Of course, as mentioned, a 2.57 ERA. A good start to the year with those 14 strikeouts, in 7 innings pitched. And his first appearance on the year against the Danbury Westerners has faced the Valley Blue Sox, the Mystic Schooners, and in a starting role against the Bristol Blues. He faces the bottom part of this Danbury order, and what has been a wild last couple innings. Newport had the bases loaded in the 6th, and crisis was averted for Danbury. Newport did the same in the top of the 7th. They avoided crisis, but Danbury was at it again. A half inning later, just this past half inning ago. And a strikeout from Jordan Rogers with the bases full keeps us at 4-1. Danbury with 4 in the top of the 4th. Newport with 1 in the bottom of the 6th. And that's all so far tonight in this game number 3 between these two rivals.
Yeah, long time rivals. We mentioned it this year in 3 meetings now. Danbury's always struggled against the Gulls. I mean, you go back the last couple of years, they've only won, I think, 2 games in the last 2 seasons, 19 and 18. Now early in this season for Danbury, they've really had the Gulls number. See, they hold on to it here. Newport down to their last 6 outs. They'll probably face Farinelli in the 8th, and then might see Noah Jensen coming from the Westerners in the 9th.
Well, Peter Sakalaris leads the entire NECBL with 4 saves, but one of the people right behind him is Jensen with 3. And of course, he closed out the game against Newport in that 10-9 crazy game here at Cardines Field. Unbelievable game. And now Danbury's looking for their 3rd win against Newport, something that no team has done so far this season. It is 6, 7, and 8 for the Westerners.
Sorry, Zach. I hate to say this as a Danbury guy, but with the way the series has gone between these 2 teams early this year, I wouldn't be shocked if we have another close game, another wild finish here. 4-1, plenty of time for the Gulls, 6 outs to work with. And I'm saying this as a Danbury guy, of course.
Grant Umberger's first pitch to Nick LaRusso, a big swing and a miss for strike 1.
LaRusso tonight reached on a fielder's choice ground out and a strikeout, but he does have an RBI on the night and a stolen base.
Swings and misses at this pitch. Heat out of the arm of Grant Umberger. He's ahead 0-2 quickly.
Yeah, he can really toss the ball hard. I mean, you look at the way this kid throws, and he's a very hard-throwing left-handed pitcher for this Gulls team, and solid year for Virginia Tech.
0-2 is shot back off the netting, and we'll do it again. Well, LaRusso today has had a productive day. He reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning and then brought a Danbury run home in the 4th with an RBI ground out. He then struck out in the 6th inning, part of many strikeouts out of the arm of Liam Levangie. This pitch is inside. It's 1-2. Give me the final line on Levangie, the Bryant Bulldog tonight. 3 innings, 3 hits, and he was great for the Gulls. Kept the Danbury Westerners completely off the scoreboard and struck out 6 over those 3 frames of work. 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike number 3. 1 batter and 1 strikeout, the 15th of the year for Umberger.
Yeah, the Westerners tonight, I mean, they always want to keep their strikeout numbers low. And when we talked a couple weeks ago when the Westerners came in, they were coming off a 21 strikeout game against Martha's Vineyard. And since then, they've done better. But tonight, as a whole, I mean, the Gulls have put 10 strikeouts on them so far. 6 by Levangie, 3 by Garcia, 1 by Umberger.
Here's Jake Roper. He takes a big swing on another pitch. High heat out of the arm of Umberger on the bump, and he's ahead 0-1.
Yeah, and looking at the mile per hour they show here at Cardines, he's hitting 90 miles per hour. He's got a hard arm.
Something that Danbury has not been able to catch up to. Another swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 15 strikeouts in just 7 1/3 innings. Pretty ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, he's a guy that Kevin Winterfield really likes on the mound here.
Roper's looking to avoid his 3rd K tonight. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 6th. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Then there's the 3rd. Grant Umberger begins his outing with 2 punch-outs right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, that's strikeout number 11 for the Westerns, a team that doesn't want to have a lot of strikeouts, as we've mentioned throughout the series. But, I mean, look at the hard stuff this guy throws. And Danbury, they've seen one other guy who really throws this hard, and that's Alex Galvin out of Martha's Vineyard, who throws up in the upper 90s. 97, 98 is what he throws around. A Louisville kid, of course.
Now it's the 8-hitter Dylan LaFrary. He swings and misses at the first pitch.
That was a little breaking ball there, but 85 still for that.
Impressive stuff from Umberger. LaFrary has reached once today on an error, but is 0 for 2 otherwise. Another swing and a miss. Oh my goodness.
Has he thrown a ball yet? No, only one.
I was going to say he is. Okay. And a foul ball. I was saying, how close are we to an immaculate inning? I guess 2
Really
pitches
close,
off.
yeah.
Trying to strike out the side here in the 8th. The pitch. Too far low. And the second ball out of the arm of Armberger. 9 balls and 2 strikes. It's 1-2.
Other way around. 9 strikes.
9
2
strikes
balls.
and 2 balls. You got me.
Hey, it's been a long night here, and we hit 9:15, almost a 3-hour ball game here. We've all been here since around 4.
1-2. Shot high in the air. We'll do it again.
Of course, I'm the one that's traveling 3 hours from Connecticut, so Western Connecticut, hence the name Westerners. Well, you gotta love the grind in the NECBL. I mean, all these guys who are here, they're here for a reason, because they want to get to that next level after college. And I think Umberger, I think he's really shown that he is a pro-level arm. I mean, his control has been really good tonight as well.
1-2. Too far inside, and the count is even to Lafreri. Looking for his second time on base tonight. He has not struck out, but this Danbury team striking out a lot tonight. 3 by Garcia, 2 by Levangie, and 2 by Umberger. Good for 11 on the night so far. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it comes. Able to hold up. And from 0-2, out of 3-2.
Yeah, nice job by Lafreri. He's got a good eye. I mean, we've talked about guys with good eyes. I think Dylan Lafreri has an underrated eye on this team. Nice job not to swing away at this one. Now, payoff pitch here, 2 outs. Trying to get your team some more runs. That's what Danbury wants to do.
Payoff pitch. Just got a piece. And we'll do it again. What an at bat. I'm at less words. This has been a good bat, but I'm really loving what I'm seeing for Grant Umberger here. I mean, kid throws hard. I mean, good pickup by the Newport Gulls, Chuck Pava and Mike Falcone. I mean, this kid is a good piece to this team, of course. His 3rd time out of the bullpen. 4th all around. He sat him down. Grant Umberger, unbelievable. He strikes out the side and made it look easy. Go to the bottom of the 8th here at Cardines Field. Goals need runs. It's 4-1 on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
CBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
We head to the bottom of the 8th. 6 outs to work with for Newport, needing 3 runs. 8, 9, and 1 for Newport in this frame.
Well, we got the official attendance number here, and we had it 26-26 after number 26 Grant Umberger struck out number 26 for the Westerners, Dylan Lafreri.
Wow.
Wow.
There's another layer. That is pretty good. I didn't even think about that. That is.
I just realized I saw my screen there. I was like, oh my goodness. That's why I brought it up.
Well, here's Barnum for the goals. He replaced C.J. Pitaro, who exited with an injury. 0 for 1 today. 0 for 0 today. He walked to load the bases in the 6th inning, and Danbury, behind a great defensive play that inning, was able to avert disaster. They have averted disaster in the last 2 goals innings. 1-1 is in there for a strike. It's the outside part of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Only 4 goals in their lineup have not walked tonight of the 10 players who have batted tonight. Kiley, Rogers, Pitaro, and Oyama. They have not walked. They have not walked.
1-2 is shot into right field, but right on a line to Roper. Easy catch, and there's one down.
Jake looked back after that one. I wonder if he thought he dropped it or something, but anyway, he makes the catch here, and we have a pinch hitter, and it's Peter Cerruto.
Cerruto comes in for the Gulls here and he takes the spot of Connor Kiley in the 9 spot for Newport. Kiley's day ends an 0-for-3 day, and now Cerruto, man, familiar with Cardines Field. Not in the lineup tonight for the Gulls, but 2019 Newport goal, and Newport needs some offense. Why not call on Cerruto to do so? 4 for 9 in 2 games against the Danbury Westerners this year. He swings at the first pitch, hit hard up the middle. A backhand slide by Anderson across the diamond. Did Jenkins stay on the bag? He did. Unbelievable. What a play across the diamond, and there's 2 down.
Are you kidding me? John Anderson does it again. Look at the replay here. A sliding play. Ranges over. Throw to first. Jenkins is on the bag. Georgia Tech to Georgia Tech connection. My goodness.
Well, nights like, you have to think, if that's not getting through, what will?
Look at him smiling out there.
It might just be the Danbury Westerners night. Here's Kenny Oyama, the leadoff man for the Gulls. The DH takes ball number 1.
Danbury's defense has looked really good tonight. You look up and down the lineup. Defense has looked fantastic. And, John, he always loves playing here.
This pitch is hit high in the air by Oyama, but straight away center right at Jordan makes the catch. 1-2-3. Go the Gulls in the bottom of the 8th. Head to the 9th. 4-1 Westerners on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
Kevin Winterode and company making a call to the bullpen as we go to the top of the 9th. 4-1 Danbury on top of Newport. Zach Letson, Christian Gardecki, Ben Gentile with you on a Monday night. And the Gulls are going to Bo Bruni, the local arm out of the University of Rhode Island. He makes his 5th appearance on the season, a 6.75 ERA across 5 1/3 innings, 7 strikeouts and 6 walks, and has seen the Danbury Westerners already this year.
Yeah, he played him in that game back about 2.5 weeks ago here at Cardines Field, and he was very good out of the bullpen. I mean, him and Justin Cherry both came in. Cherry struggled early, but Brody came in towards the end, held Danbury up when he was taken out for Sacolaris. He does get credit for 1 earned run on the Henderson 2-run home run in which Sacolaris gave up.
We'll come in and face 9-1-2 for Danbury here in the 9th. Cameron Norgren, Justin Jordan, and John Anderson. As this game has only seen runs scored in the top of the fourth and the bottom of the sixth. 4 runs by Danbury on 2 hits in the fourth inning is all they need for Newport. A couple of defensive changes, of course, as you can see on your screen. Grayson Moore moved out to left field. Jordan Rogers, Newport's former left fielder, moves to center with Connor Kiley out of the ball game. First pitch to Norgren, skips back to the backstop.
Good start for the Westerners. For Broody, on the other hand, I mean, you just got to try to hold this lead at a 3-run game. I mean, it's a close game. Your team could be I call it a one-swing game. You know, one swing can change the game. You're in a one-swing game.
Here it comes. Goes down and gets a pitch low. Right to Guerrera. 1 away.
Yeah, the Westerners, they had struck out their last 4 times coming into there. I mean, you look back to the 7th, they struck out, or actually, correction, they struck out their last 3 times. I did miss up there, but I mean, still.
Yeah, we can close the line on Grant Umberger for the goals. He goes that 1 inning and did about as well as you possibly could have in about 1 inning. Struck out all 3 batters that he faced and made it look fairly easy. He gives way to Broody, who is Newport's 3rd reliever tonight. Faces the leadoff man, Justin Jordan. Strike number 1 on the inside part.
Single and a double for Justin Jordan, 2 for 4 on the night, and he's been very good as a Westerner throughout the years. 2 years now, and he's, as I said before, he's a spark plug.
2 hits down, as you mentioned, the single double, 2 for 4 overall. Drives this pitch foul.
And I don't know if I've mentioned it with you. I mentioned it with a bunch of other broadcasters, but he has a sacred heart. The athletic director is Bobby Valentine. Bobby V sees him as a future Major League Pro, and that's high praise from a guy who's now running for mayor of Stamford, Connecticut, who's the athletic director. But he's taking a break right now to try to work on his mayoral run in Stamford. But that's some high praise for JJ.
0-2 to the leadoff man, and he chops this one. Going to be a tough play for Broody. He flips over to first in time, and there's 2 down.
I mean, that's just a beautiful job by Bo Broody, bringing down Jordan, who's fast. I mean, Jordan, I think, on this Westerners team is one of the fastest, if not the fastest player. And if you take a look at the replay here, I mean, Jordan was almost there. He's about to step off, and Broody with a nice flip there. And 2 away, Jack Payton.
Number 32.
2 up and 2
John
down.
Anderson.
It's John Anderson, who had a single in the 7th. 1 for 4 day overall. But has had his moments against the Newport Gulls.
Whoa.
Pitches upstairs. And it was the 9th inning here that he shined against Newport. A 2-run home run that put Danbury in front 10-8 at the time.
And then, of course, he had the walk-off back last Thursday.
1-0. Hits this one hard back up the middle. Smith covers some ground, sweeps, throws over to first. A split by Hewlett, and he stayed on the bag. Bryce Hewlett, the gymnastics are back. That's the 3rd time we've seen it tonight. And the sign is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Westies in the top of the 9th. Newport with one last opportunity in the home half. We'll be right back on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, Visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com.
One last opportunity for the Newport Gulls, down 4-1 against the Danbury Westerners. And Danbury will make a call to the bullpen and try to finish it off.
Yeah, it's going to be the Danbury native, former Danbury Hatter in high school, Justin Salmine, his first save appearance, or save try this year for Salo, 5th appearance. His last 3 have been 5 days apart, all against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks, where he, in those games, only gave up 1 earned run. That was in the 8-3 loss at Vineyard. But I mean, he has struck out 9 strikeouts this year, 8 in those 3 games against Vineyard. He's been very good. And his first chance here at a save for Danbury, the Manhattan College Jasper against Sam Cochran.
It's 2, 3, and 4 for Newport. Here in the bottom of the 9th, Sam Cochran looks at strike number 1, has only 1 registered at bat tonight. That's because he walked in the 1st inning, the 3rd inning, and the 5th inning before grounding out 2 innings ago.
Pretty great on base.
It's had a sharp breaker, and it drops in there for a strike. It's quickly 0-2.
I mean, that's what I love about Justin Salmine's pitch is that play there where he really just puts a breaking ball in there. Hopefully he can have it here for strike 3 if you're a Westerners. If you're Newport, Cochran just, you know he's going to try to make a chase.
0-2. Struck him out. On cue. What a pitch. In the dirt to get Cochran chasing. There's 1 down.
That's what you want to see if you're the Westerners. If you're Newport, I mean, your best hitter right there just goes down, but you have probably the best power hitter in this league, in my opinion. I think you agree with me this, Zach. I mean, Justin Guerrero is the best power hitter. We've seen it at Rogers Park. We've seen it a bunch of times here at Cardines. Westerner fans have seen it here at Cardines. This kid is something special. I mean, what a year for Fairfield, and now he goes against Salmine, pair of CT guys.
Takes a big swing at the first pitch he sees. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Salmine just firing it in there against the righty here. He's good against both sides, but I think he's better against righties.
Well, here in the first of 4 straight walks that Newport had in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another big swing and a miss on a fastball high. He walked there, and Wood, Hewlett, and Smith all followed with walks, but Guerrero was gunned down at home plate on a wild play.
Controversial,
to say the least. 0-2 with 1 out in the 9th. The pitch, able to hold off. It's 1-2 to the second baseman.
That's a good chance there by Salmine. I mean, trying to get him to chase, as I mentioned before in that last at bat. This time, he's just using his fastball here, and yeah, that really zips off. It's only going 86, 88, but it's still up there for Danbury pitchers. He's a hard fastball thrower, unlike some of these guys we've seen tonight, Tonis and Smith.
1-2. Struck him out. Well, he went back and got Guerrero to swing for a 3rd time and miss at it. And just like that, 2 strikeouts to start the 9th. Newport's down to their final out.
And that was with the breaking ball. And Salmine's thrown 7 pitches here in this inning. He's thrown 7 pitches, 6 of them strikes. And we mentioned before about Umberger coming really close there to an immaculate inning. I mean, Salmine needs 3 more, and he'll be on a 10-pitch inning. Kind of reminiscent of Jacob deGrom in the 2015 All-Star game, in my opinion. I'm a Mets fan, so I'll bring that up.
Matt Wood is the last hope for Newport, the catcher and the cleanup man. First pitch skips way in the dirt before home plate. Wood tonight has been on base twice. His last 2 times at the plate is not registered at bats. Walks in the 6th and the 7th, and he scored in that 6th inning. Newport's only run tonight. There's another pitch that skips in the dirt, and Wood is ahead 2-0.
Salmine's only had 5 walks in this season. Didn't have a single walk in that 17-3 win at Martha's Vineyard. Came in for 2 innings there. Gave up only 1 hit. But then we went to Martha's Vineyard earlier, 3 walks, two walks rather, back in the home game. Had 2 in that Bristol 18-4 game. So he's come in a lot and whatnot. This is first time coming in a close game, to say the least.
4-1 Danbury. Newport down to their last out. 2-0. Inside, says home plate umpire Jesse West. Woo. Literally, because we can hear him. We're very close here at Cardines Field.
And we also have the mics down in the field,
we do,
too,
the great effects mics here for our broadcast on the NECBL Broadcast Network. 3-0 to Wood. He's looking to earn a walk in a third straight plate appearance. But he won't right there. Fastball that's on the outside part of the plate. It's 3 balls and 1 strike.
That's a nice pitch by Solomon to try to get back in this count. You know, Danbury has 1 out to get. You're up by 3. Try to just close it out here. Head back home tomorrow.
3-1. It's hit high in the air into deep center field. But Jordan is there, and he makes the catch, and that's your ball game. For the 3rd time in 2021, the Danbury Westerners come out on top against the Newport Gulls by a score of 4-1. We'll take a short break here on the NECBL Broadcast Network and come back and break this one all down for you. Danbury winners over Newport 4-1 here on Monday night. We'll be right back with the Gulls post-game show on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8. Purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. The 2021 New England League All-Star Game will be hosted by the Newport Gulls at historic Cardines Field on Sunday, July 18th. Join the NECBL's best as they take to the diamond in front of scouts from every MLB organization at Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island. Visit asg21.necbl.com for more information.
Fans, you, our loyal fans, will be selecting 2 players to this year's All-Star Game. Beginning on Monday, July 12th, fans will be able to vote for the final All-Star for each of the North and South Division teams. The player from each division with the most votes will be named to the NECBL All-Star team and suit up with the rest of the All-Stars on Sunday, July 18th in Newport. Fan voting will take place online at vote21.necbl.com beginning on Monday, July 12th. Stay tuned. Stats, updated standings, and the exclusive Player of the Game interview just minutes after the final pitch on the Newport Gulls post-game report on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Back here at Cardines Field, it's a final between the Danbury Westerners and the Newport Gulls here tonight. Danbury comes out on top by a score of 4-1 behind a lot of pitching. And with that, we welcome you to the Newport Gulls post-game show here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Zach Letson joined alongside Danbury broadcaster Christian Gardecki and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Ben Gentile. And this was a game, Danbury scored 4 runs in this game. They scored them all in the 4th. Newport only able to get 1 back in the 6th. Really rode dominant pitching, started by Tonis on the bump, but really all night long in the 3 games that these two have played, the most impressive effort by Danbury this season.
Yeah, I think that is probably the best pitching we've seen from this team. I mean, we've seen the last couple games, saw it for the most part on Wednesday in Mystic, where Danbury only gave up 3 hits and 1 earned run. But then you go tonight, and I think it's a beautiful job by Angelo Tonis. I mean, didn't get the strikeouts, only got 3, but in all, I mean, he was absolutely impressive out there. Then you come out, Ryan Smith struggled a little bit, had a couple walks, but he stayed in the line. And then, I mean, Michael Farinelli was fantastic. And then Justin Salmine just shuts the door, and I was a little surprised to see him out there as the closer for the Westerners tonight. Usually you see Noah Jensen, but Noah was saying how he just wanted to get the day off, didn't want to pitch again, and I mean, that's just a great job by the Westerners, and that's 3 wins in a row now for Danbury. They've won, I think, 8 of their last 11 coming into tonight, or after tonight, for a team that started off 1-4 in the year.
Yeah, so Danbury moves to 9-7. The Gulls move to 10-7 on the year, and what's a jam-packed Southern Division at this point with 5 teams with a record over 500. Let's break down tonight's game a little bit further for you. It was Angelo Tonis that got the start for Danbury. He gets the win tonight after going 5 1/3 and giving up 5 hits, just 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Brandon Garcia, Newport's starting pitcher, not a bad outing to say the least. 4 innings, 4 runs, just 3 of them earned, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. He gets the loss, and it was really that 4th inning that was the difference in this ball game, highlighted by a big Andrew Jenkins double. What a debut he had tonight with Danbury.
2 doubles for Andrew Jenkins, and the guy came straight from the Cape Cod League, came to Danbury yesterday, gets on the bus today with Danbury, comes here, and when I talk with Ian Ratsford, looking at his stats, I mean, this kid is going to be something special, and I think if you're the Westerns, you really like this kid on your team, and so far he has been fantastic. I went 2 for 4 tonight. But I think you're going to have a bright future with this kid. Him, John Anderson. I mean, you get that top 6 of the Danbury lineup. Those are your big bats. And then even guys on the bench. Zafino's on the bench. And you got other Banks Griffith. But I think for Jenkins, impressive tonight for the Georgia Tech first baseman.
Meanwhile, for the Gulls, Garcia got the start, went 4 innings. Liam Levangie was the first arm out of the bullpen and was very impressive for the Gulls. 3 innings, no runs, and 6 strikeouts before handing it over to Grant Umberger, who struck out the side, and Bro Broody, who finished off the top of the ninth tonight. But run support-wise, it wasn't enough for Newport. They fall by a score of 4-1 to the Danbury Westerners for a 3rd time this year. So that'll do it for us here on the post-game show. Christian, I know you got a very long ride back, but at least from the Danbury side of things, you've got a win to enjoy it with.
It's going to be a fun bus ride back, and the Westerners back. They go Valley tomorrow, off day Wednesday. Thursday, we see the Newport Gulls once again. Friday, Valley, and then doubleheader in Waterbury, of all places, on Saturday. A neutral site game at Missile Stadium presented by Family and Children's Aid.
So that'll do it for our portion of the post-game show. I'll toss it over to the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Ben Gentile, to give us a look around this game and around the NECBL before we finally conclude tonight's broadcast. Ben?
So, I really did think that the Newport Gulls pitching came up clutch tonight, or not clutch tonight, but they did pitch very well. Liam Levangie showed that he didn't have a great start his last outing, but he did prove that he is someone to trust, especially in a 3-hole run. Besides leaving men on base tonight, I think the Gulls actually did play well. If there were a couple other calls here or there, I think the game could have been a different way. But besides that, I think the Gulls actually had a good game.
Well, yeah, Ben, it was a tough night for Newport. Again, another loss and another game where it seems like their offense just wasn't there at all. But just moving forward right now, if you're the Newport Gulls, what do you think that they need to do to get back in the win column and start to get on another hot streak?
Based off tonight and the past couple performances, I'd say that they do actually need to be aggressive at the plate. I think I maybe saw 2 or 3 batters, Jordan Rogers and Guerrero, were the only aggressive batters tonight, if I had to say so myself. While Guerrero didn't really have a great night tonight, I think that having that approach at the plate really could do well for the whole entire club. Danbury really did pitch a great game, and I think if they didn't pitch as well, the Gulls could easily have won that game by plenty. But yeah.
Right, and earlier on in the season, we saw Newport just blowing out opponents, winning high-scoring affairs. And now, of course, I was talking to Coach Greg Zackerson. I was asking him, so Newport's just scoring a lot of runs. Is that going to continue? And he said, there's one thing that is always shaky. Early on in the season, you never can say, oh, we've got a great offense. Oh, our offense is explosive. Because an offense can go quiet real quick. And right now, over the last week, Newport's bats silent.
Yeah.
What do you think the Newport Gulls need to do to get those bats going again?
I don't know if it's a lineup change, because they did do a couple lineup changes tonight, but Like I said, I think it just comes down to aggressiveness at the plate. While, I mean, taking first pitches does help out in certain at-bats. When Danbury's pitching like that, I really think you got to go out there with the mindset, I gotta swing at the first pitch. I got to get ahead of this count, whether I'm either just hitting the ball or I'm making him know that making him know that I am there. I really think that's something that the Newport Gulls need to focus on, and maybe it'll help them out. I don't know.
And again, just reflecting on this game, so just last Saturday against the Mystic Schooners, Newport found themselves down early 1-0. Justin Cherry gave up a second-inning home run, and then the Gulls battled back. A huge RBI single to tie the game by Wood, the catcher. He had a huge hit there, and the Newport Gulls were kind of fighting their way back, and then they got the big hit from Justin Guerrera. A big 2-run home run. They took the lead, and they ended up closing it out in the end. It was a little shaky there in Mystic, but Newport got the job done. Throughout the season, we've seen opportunities that Newport has had to close out games. Do you think that the Newport Gulls bullpen needs a bit of a revamp? We saw a great performance by Bo Broody tonight in the top of the ninth, a 1-2-3 inning, and Bo Broody, a pitcher that's looked shaky. What do you think about the Newport Gulls bullpen?
I think based on tonight, I think there's some promise. Levangie really pitched well, and I think him paired up with Garcia really was actually great because, I mean, besides that fourth inning, the Gulls were in this game. And a couple calls, if they went the other way, the Gulls would have probably pushed it to extras. But I don't know. I think the bullpen is improving, and I think it's only up from here, if I had to say so myself. I think that tonight was a big pitching night for the Newport Gulls, not so much a hitting night, but yeah, they proved themselves tonight personally. That's what I think.
And just moving forward, the road ahead, it's not getting any easy. They're going to face the same Danbury Westerners on Thursday, and Danbury, they're hot right now against Newport. Yeah. Danbury has to have this feeling that, this division, I don't want to say it's theirs when they're facing Newport, but they definitely have a leg up. If you're the Newport Gulls and you're going to take on the Westerners in a few days, what's kind of the message that you think that the Newport Gulls coaching staff needs to relay to these players?
I mean, you got to get this one. I think that's probably the main thing they're going to say, but I do think that I've been saying it since I talked to Spencer Smith earlier. I think they got to be more aggressive. I just think at the play I was watching tonight, and this is the first time I'm really doing this, but I felt that we were taking first pitch strikes, and once you go down 0-1 against someone like Tonos, or when he's pitching like that, it kind of sets the tone for the night. And I think the next game against the Westerners will be different. I think they'll be out and ready for it.
All right. Well, we've got Zach Letson down on the field to close it up. Let's send it down to Zach.
Newport falls to Danbury tonight by a score of 4-1. The Gulls will be right back at it tomorrow as they make their second trip to Martha's Vineyard for a matchup with the Sharks, and we'll have our next home broadcast here on Wednesday night against the Bristol Blues. So that'll do it for us. For my broadcast partner tonight, Christian Gartecki, and everyone that made tonight's broadcast possible, along with producer Tom Lima, we'll see you back here on Wednesday. The final score for the final time, Danbury 4, Newport 1, as we say so long from the city by the sea.